I think I literally unmuted the stream as behave, children.
Hey,
Yes, Mom.
It's Tanner.
I'll drink
Tanner.
my water too.
It's Tanner. Tanner's the mom. Tanner, you get to be the mom.
and we're live.
And we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 20 of the Rectification, where today we have our lovely special guest Tanner and their lovely character Ruben, who we love and adore very much, and whose image I still have, so I can actually throw up their image since we all got to see our lovely other characters in the intro video. But we've got Tanner's Hero Forge, so we'll throw up. There's Ruben. I love Ruben. So, Tanner, you were on last week, you're on this week, and dropped the biggest lore drop of the sessions so far. How you feeling?
Ruben has no idea what's going on. I feel great.
You feel great.
Ruben, how you feel?
Ruben, how you feel? I feel great.
Ruben's like, I'm just gonna have another
Another
save.
Friday for me.
Ruben's just gonna have another sandwich. It's fine.
Goodness.
Yeah.
It's fine. Anyways.
Doesn't everyone need a Ruben in their life?
So, to kind of reiterate where we left last session, you participated in your Snurby. Raven was very successful, with a little bit of help every now and again, but for the most part, did a wonderful job. We ran a very fun snail race, where at the end of it, Cree, our lovely and handsome Drow boy, our hot boy Drow, was waving the flag at the finish line, and Coraline was a little bewildered, is maybe the word, for how you felt seeing a elf of a color that you'd not seen yet, this purplish dark color. A little taken aback and a little taken in with his looks. You kind of hung back at the Snurby to see if you could talk to him or whatever else.
Yeah.
We will apologize in advance. Nat is having a little bit of voice troubles tonight, so if they're a little quieter than normal, it's fine. We're just going to be glad that she's here and able to play. So
It's gonna be fun.
it's been time. So you all were kind of hanging out, talking, and Raven had inquired a little bit about Ruben's arm, which is mechanical, and they told you a friend helped them make it, and then dropped a name that you had not heard anybody else outside of your immediate family say, besides yourself and your mother, which was your father's name, who's been missing for a while.
Casual 15 years.
A casual 15 years. Like, it's not that bad. Like, it's just, sometimes you gotta go adventuring.
He just went out to milk one day and then milk and then never came back. Grocery shopping. It's been a really long trip.
It's been a really long trip. Wow, he really went all the way to the obscurity for that milk.
Bruh.
Is that a lore drop? Is that an extra lore drop?
Oh no. Oh no, there's no milk in the obscurity.
Ryan got really excited for a second.
Write that down. There's no milk in the obscurity.
There's milk in the obscurity.
You're right.
You don't have
There's
mouse?
not. Damn.
Gonna get that high-powered leche. That'll be great. Oh no.
Okay. All right. So we did end up on our last stream with the statement of, "Oh, a friend helped me make this," and the dropping of Haldir Norsewind, which is Raven's father, who's been missing for 15 years, and a name that they had not heard in a very long time. And you're now standing there with Ruben, who seems to be unaware of kind of what they've done, as you were like, "We are definitely talking later." Is there anything else you want to do?
Well, Raven walked away and went back to hanging out with Valley, her snail, so she could collect her thoughts. As
Yeah, you're just kind of, thinking about
she
it.
was overjoyed for winning and went, I have too many emotions currently. So she's currently lovingly stroking Valley and just in her brain going, what, and trying to start to formulate questions.
Ruben's standing there with a sandwich.
I mean, did we go back to Boren with the snails?
Yes, you went back to Boren with the snails. You are back to Boren. All except Coraline, who decided to stay a couple of extra minutes. for reasons. It's definitely not to talk to Kree.
I totally wanted to see the next snail race that was happening afterwards.
Mhm.
You definitely are staying for
Only
that.
that.
No other reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no other reason. I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah. Snail.
So you all have gone back
Snap
to
that pencil.
Boren. We'll say that Coraline kind of sent you on ahead, so that way they could watch the next snail race. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally all of where your focus and attention is, not on Kree at all. You know.
But on him waving that flag around.
Yeah, it's definitely not me putting him up on stream because I made his Hero Forge.
Yeah.
Saw the disappointed stare.
Yes.
There's our hot boy Drow.
I would like to also point out I am not looking like the raven hair or the dark haired
You are not.
look I had for the snail race. I have changed my appearance because I do not like sticking out in crowds, and I just raced in front of everybody.
Correct.
So I have my look from a while ago of a brown-haired human girl, just chilling, just
Does-
normal,
Does
casual.
your hat change every time that you change appearance, or is it
My hat changes with me.
dope?
Yeah.
I've always wondered
What
that.
is your hat?
No,
now?
it's a hat of disguise. So once you kind of choose it, like the hat will change. It doesn't just stay like the same hat. No, it changes to what you want it to look like.
So what is your hat?
I
now?
always liked it like, oh, maybe the hat can change appearance as well on its own, but like, I don't know. I don't know where it is.
So what?
Just make it look like a different hat if I wanted to.
disguise- Which hat disguise are you using now?
I'm using the brown-haired,
Right. What
Normal look.
does your hat look like?
Sorry.
just like a little leather cap, like
Okay,
a little
fine.
like
I just had to ask.
Like a
that's all.
peasant hat.
I needed the whole picture and imagery of what your character looks like when they're using
little
this hat.
leather cap. I don't have one. Oh wait, I do have a brown hat that looks kind of cute. So far though, but no, it's just like a little brown cap,
Perfect.
shielding my eyes, making no eye contact with anybody.
Are you?
And of course, the gold eyes are still the same because I can't change that.
Are you going to approach Kree at
No,
all?
I'm just sitting at that finish line, drawing and cheering on. I don't know, black.
You're like, I don't
That's
know.
what I was.
Okay. You're not.
Go
You're not going to
sporty.
approach. You're not going to say anything. How long are you hanging out the track?
I'm waiting for the whole race.
Okay. How many races? Just one, or
Wait, there's more than one race? Because
Yes.
if there's more than one race, then I'm staying for as many races as there is.
there is a couple of other races? Are you moving from that seat at all?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. Well.
Welcome
I
to
don't,
perception
I'm not
checks.
stealthy. I'm not sure what you guys are thinking from me. What is my stats?
What is my
Deception?
stats? What is my stats?
What is my sitting
Oh,
at
I
the
actually have pretty good stealth.
That's
Okay.
a what?
Your stealth is not what I'm worried about. It is that you are sitting there for at least 2 or 3 more races than what you
Actively
just
participating
participated
in the
in.
races as well. Like, oh yeah, go team. Okay, sit down, watch.
Right. So you're drawing more attention to yourself that you're still there watching the races. Got it.
No, when people are cheering, I'll cheer with them.
Right.
Go
Okay,
sport.
hold up.
It doesn't matter because I've already rolled for him.
Fuck. Great.
So,
Cool.
so
Whatever.
Coraline, you're sitting there. You're like, yeah, I'll
Yes.
just say watch the races. Like, I'm in disguise. It's like I totally am not here for this Drow guy. Not at all. I don't know what a Drow is. So why would I do that? He's just an elf of some sort. After the first race, he's noticed that you're still sitting there. After the second race, he approaches
Well,
you.
there's like a crowd, right? There's
Yeah,
more people.
there is.
Okay.
You're sitting there for a while.
What's the normal amount of races that people watch?
You said you haven't moved from the spot.
Well, I just want to, like, she's self-aware.
She's self-aware, yeah. Still.
Because, like, if people were one...
How self-aware? Because this is a social situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how self-aware? Because this is a social situation Coraline's never been put in.
Oh, no, you're right. Just all of them.
Yeah.
We'll just go for all of them.
Okay. All right.
Tell my friends come find me.
You guys,
Been gone for a while.
you all have
Hopefully
noticed
they care.
time keeps passing and passing and passing. They're starting to get a little worried as Coraline's still not back yet. They were like, yeah, I'm just going to watch a race. Like, I'm just going to watch the next race. And they're still not back yet. How long would you as a party wait to go get them?
Considering we're sitting, like, we had just dropped off the snails, like, and we'd probably, like, waited. I think after, like, a few minutes. So how long is a race again in time?
God, what did we say?
Like, in terms of time, it's like a minute.
But,
What?
But
It is a high-speed race. It's like going to the dog tracks or a horse track. It's like...
how long is a horse
It's
race?
Each heat isn't very long for each.
I like that we're
Yeah.
pulling up the stats of these things so that we can
They're not
decide
very long.
how socially awkward I am.
Especially if you're not like betting on them actively or anything. You don't have like betting tickets, then it's like, why are you still here?
Just watching, cheering on.
And often there's a long period of time between the races, so you can
Like
go
reset
like
up and
bet
everything.
and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So it's like you're sitting there waiting for the next race without like going anywhere.
Oh, what? Oh, I thought there was like pretty quickly, like each race would come.
Well,
Not really.
It does take a little bit of time.
All right, I'm learning the rules of Snurby now.
It would be like a
Yeah.
1 minute race, and there'd be like a 10-20 minute intermission, then there'd be another 1 minute race.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Okay, so what does the crowd do during those times? Like popcorn?
Yeah, they get popcorn. They get treats to feed the
sandwiches?
They go
snails.
bet.
Like,
You would chat with each other.
They
You
bet.
get up out of your seat, go talk to you if you see your friend, come back to your own seat.
Well,
like-
my friends aren't with me, so
You don't
So,
directly stare at the person
you're
doing
a-
color guard weaving.
I summon Scritches from wherever he is.
so let me
Have
let
my
me set
bird
the
come
scene
hang
for
out
you.
with me.
You are a young woman sitting alone without any friends, having sat there for most of the day.
Keep going. I'm just gonna go with that.
Summon a creature because you don't have anyone there sitting with you and expect no one to say anything.
I guess it
Specifically,
wouldn't
the
sound
owner of the
suspicious.
track who's seeing a young lady who's sitting there alone.
Sure.
This is your plan. I'm just walking through your thought
No,
process. that's all.
Solid. Sounds solid. When you put it
Solid?
like that.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay, great. All right. Kreese noticed. He rolled an 18. He noticed.
Bruh.
After a couple of races in, he does walk over. He kind of. Do you look human or elf?
I look human.
Okay.
In this disguise.
So eventually he will approach you and get this very charming, large smile on his face, one very dapper. Well, are you enjoying the show? You've been here a while. Do not do the
I don't know
voice
what
if it's
to-
going
what
to
to
make you
do
worse. Do
With
not
my
do a
voice. 1 second.
Yeah, do not do the voice if it makes you worse.
No, I've just been here watching. You probably don't recognize me because I'm not great in crowds, but we've actually met earlier. Then I tip my hat and my hair turns black to the regular look of the rider.
I knew I didn't just randomly
And I
get a
immediately
vibe
put it
with
back.
It's a good look. You're really pretty that way. I don't know why you're in disguise, but
Mood.
Out of character.
nice.
I don't know how to deal with this, and neither does Coraline, because I don't know how to make an awkward flirter. Thank you for noticing. I just wanted to watch the races and see if I can get any better. 5th place is pretty bad comparatively when you only have 6 racers. So,
No, it wasn't that bad at all. I thought it was highly entertaining, so that means you did a good job.
well, the crowd seemed to like it, and my friends also really enjoyed it. So, thank you for letting us borrow your rank playground. Not sure what it's called.
You're welcome to the track anytime. If you ever want to get better, you know you're Could always come by after hours.
Really? I can? Is that like a normal thing that people do? Is it like a thing that like you have to pay for or anything?
No, my treat.
Oh, that's super nice. I know a couple of my friends are like super into their snails, and they definitely been wanting to do it more.
Bring them by. I'd love to host them. If they were the individuals I met earlier, I'd love to see them again. Especially if they're friends of yours.
Yeah. Raven, she's the one that won. She is very attached to her snail, and I know Cersei, the water genasi that she met, she is absolutely fanatic about this new sport.
Well, you're welcome anytime. Just come by whenever.
I have a quick question.
Anything.
What type of elven race are you?
At that, he kind of gets a quizzical look, like his eyebrow raises a little. And then he kind of smiles a little, realizing, there's not many of them around here. Oh, I'm a Drow.
Dark elf.
Very similar, yes.
Never met anybody of your heritage before, so it was just interesting.
Oh, is that all that interests you?
Is there more that should be? I mean, it is interesting that you own a place where people raise snails. How did you come part of that business?
Well, when you have friends like Bourne, who I'm sure you've met, I recognize those snails anywhere. You see a good business endeavor and you go for it, and people enjoy it. I mean, it lets me meet beautiful things like you, so I must be doing something right.
Well, you seem to gather quite a crowd, so I'm sure you'll be meeting more beautiful things like me. But I've not seen my friends lately, and I will definitely let them know of your offer. Thank you.
Yeah, please do come around anytime. You're more than welcome. Just ask for me by name, and I'll make sure that you guys get the best seats or some time to race, whatever you may need.
Of course, it would be a pleasure. And I will bow ever so gently, not knowing what to do, and I will leave.
You just get up abruptly and turn and leave?
No, it would be nice. It would be my pleasure. And like as she's leaving, she'll be,
He's gonna
Go.
he's gonna put out a hand for yours when you bow to him.
What?
He puts out a hand to you.
Do the princess hand thingy
Cool.
back.
This is an action that Coraline is familiar with. Maybe not
Yeah.
by any
I'll do the
suitors,
princess hand.
but you're well aware of what he's asking.
Yeah. So the thingy back.
And he leans down and kisses your fingers as
Do the ever so polite and noble curtsy back to it, and
do
I
come
don't know.
by anytime. With that, he'll kind of straighten his shoulders and put his hands in his pockets.
I'll be sure to make it a note to do so, and I will.
Please tell me.
And at a
Coraline is
casual,
red.
not at all crazy face, because she knows, like, oh, this is nobility flirting. I've never done that before. I've had training. I know what I'm doing.
With that, he's going to like
My
broaden
voice
his
cracks.
shoulders, put his hands in his pockets. You'll see him walk away. Like he just looks a little, just kind of strolling away very casually as you start walking out. How are you like walking
No,
until you
I'm
get to the
casually
door?
like walking back, like
Okay,
shoulders back, standing tall,
I want you to
and like
roll
trying
me.
to like autopilot back at a casual
Cool.
place as like she's just like in her head like, fuck, is this what Aluris does all the time? Is that what he's like? Did I just meet like my brother?
I want
flirter?
you to
Fuck.
roll me a perception check because
I
Coraline
gave you-
has
I gave you
not
inspiration.
been hit on a lot.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh, a
You have
perception
inspiration.
check?
Or insight.
I don't.
Oh,
think
that's
that
really
is what she's
good.
looking for.
Perception. 17.
Okay, yeah. So, Coraline, even for all of your naivety, even with you not having to yet experience a soother or a courtship of any type, you've seen how your brother has hit on women. You've seen, maybe in passing or he's told you about it, some of the
for sure
interactions.
he's told me.
Oh, 100%. And it kind of clicks in your mind of, oh.
Yeah, that's what shit. Looks back, y'all like, huh. I just got hit on. I go try to find Cersei.
Okay. All right. So you all went back to the inn, correct?
Oh my god,
Mom,
Dog.
guess what happened
Yeah.
at school today?
Oh my god!
All right. So it's easy to presume, okay, they took the snails. They'll probably go back to the dented helmet. That's probably where they are, and you can start making your way there. During this time, what all have you all been doing? The time has slowly ticked by. Coraline's still not back yet. What are you all doing?
Once we've returned the snails to Boren, Raven's just gonna turn to Rad and go, You're coming tonight for that drink, right? With Ruben?
Yeah, it would never turn down a drink.
Part of me
wasn't-
feels
That
like I
wasn't
should.
the question, was it?
No, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna need some lovely emotional support, and you seem like the right type of person with your many years of experience.
I don't know what kind of experience it is that you think that I have, but yes, I will be there for you.
Okay, beautiful. I just want a second set of ears because I don't know if I'm going to go into shock or not, because right now all I want to go back to my room and scream into a pillow for like 10 minutes.
I've heard that is very therapeutic. You could also try slashing your sword into a tree if you need to get out steam. I don't know. But perhaps if you do go into shock, maybe there are some questions you can write down that I can ask in case you just...
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. I think I'm just gonna go back to my room and do that. Yeah. I'll see you guys later at the end. We said like what? Like just after sunset, something like that.
Sure, let's go with that. I don't know. Yes, we'll meet you there.
Okay. And then she kind of like nods at like Cersei and Taliesin, going, I got a lot on my mind. I need a few minutes alone.
Though I would say, whenever we do go in and have that drink, you might want to just stick with the one drink to not cloud your already fuzzy mind.
Good,
And then
good.
after the conversation, you can drink till your heart's content.
Oh, yeah.
And-
I think.
And if you do need to swing your sword around, well, I'm used to fighting people with cutlasses, so we could spar if that'll help get your mind in order. I'm not as good with a sword, but
Well, I think I'm gonna do what Rad said and go back, write some questions down, and maybe when I don't know how long you guys are staying, I'm going straight back. I need to deal with this. When you get back, like just give a knock on my door and ask. How to do it.
the pen is stronger than the sword, isn't that what they say?
Mightier
heard that.
usually.
I
But-
have heard that.
Anyway,
I think I heard it somewhere.
yeah. I'll see you guys back there. And at this point, like Raven's just gonna kind of start walking back to the dented helmet is where dented
Yeah.
helm?
Dead
Yeah.
helmet. Mhm. You're right.
Yeah. She's gonna just head back because she wants to start writing all her questions down.
Are the rest of you doing anything else? The only one that I want to do a roll at the moment is Tanner. Can you roll me a performance check?
Performance.
You know why. You know why.
Oh, that's different. That's not a performance check.
Whatever you need to roll me, please roll it. Thank you.
That is a 26.
Okay, you're fine. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Tanner. All right, anybody else? Anything else the rest of you need to do? No?
I would love to find Cersei.
Yeah, okay, so eventually, Coraline, you take this realization that I just got hit on. And then you make your way back to the dented helmet, which is easy enough to find. Cersei, are you downstairs still? Have you gone to your room? Where do you think Cersei would be at this point?
I feel like Cersei would have been acting pretty normal until she realized Coraline's been gone for longer than a race. I feel like she would kind of be downstairs, near a window, watching,
like a
as
mother,
soon as she's in sight. I'll
like
know
a
that
mother,
she's fine.
just waiting.
No, that's just
It's like when you do dishes, you're just looking out the window conveniently. You're like, just in case, I'm just doing the dishes. It's fine.
Just kidding.
right. Make it look like real cash, but she's over here
Hmm. So
red hair hat. Where's the hat? Where's the gold eyes? Where's she?
Yeah, I'm sure she'll come back whenever it is that she wants to come back.
Coraline, did you change back to your red hair?
No, I still looking brown.
Okay.
So I look very normal, like a plain peasant dress, cap,
Okay.
brown hair look.
Recognizable enough to your party members, though.
I don't think so because they never saw this other look before in Asmar. The only thing is my gold eyes.
Okay.
Those never change.
Are you going to change right before you go inside? Or is
No, I'm going to see Cersei in the window, and I'm going to walk in and sit down at her table and be all like,
Tap. It's me. Tap.
me, still looking
Okay.
like this.
All right. So you change real quick. Change real quick back. That way Cersei
No,
knows.
it's not going to be changed. It's just
Oh,
going to
just
hey,
change.
point to the eyes.
Oh, okay. It's
Cersei!
literally just this. Okay.
Okay.
See, I told
How
you
long
she'd come
has-
back.
You've seen this before.
How long was the race?
There was many races I actually ended up watching. Can we go to our room real quick?
Sure.
Is she
Grab your
totally
wrist and
flustered?
drag you up the stairs.
What?
And we are in the room. I push you in. I close the door behind you, and I chuck my hat down to the bed. Be all like, "All right, I need you to sit. I have to tell you something. I don't know what to do about it."
So now it's Talus and Ralliford downstairs, just to note that.
I'm
All right.
concerned.
So, how familiar are you with boys? Men.
Most of my crew were.
Great. Cool. This is going to be in handy.
I
I was just hit on by one. I think.
considering
I
this
think
is
he
you.
was trying to court me. I think that's what they would. I think that's the term. I'm not sure.
Considering this is you, I do feel like I have to ask. Boy, hit on. Do you mean he hit you,
He
or
kissed
he
my
was flirting
hand.
with you? Was it flirting?
I think so.
I.
It
Okay.
was the drow that was at the end of the race. The flag.
Oh, the one you were staring at.
Yeah.
Well, of course he noticed eventually.
Okay.
Okay, so he approached you. What did he say?
Wait, what do you mean you'll notice eventually?
People notice stares.
You noticed I was staring? I've never seen anybody like that.
There's a lot of people that
Well,
we've
neither
never
of you, right?
seen before.
Aren't you new to this? Aren't you also new? What the fuck? Anyways, so I was I was watching Sturby, and apparently he didn't actually notice it. I was watching, but I wasn't in the racer look. I was in the other one, the brown hair that you just saw. And
Aye,
she's like, "Oh, you've been watching this show for a while, little lady." And I was like, "Oh, I was actually here before. We already met." And I showed him "Oh, it was the racer," and he's like, "Oh, you look prettier in that thing." But that's still not me, because it's a different version of one of my disguises that I'm gonna use. I like that before the stream. I was like, I'm not gonna talk much to you guys because my voice is kind of shot.
Right.
Anyways, back to the character. I was like, oh no, I was already this, and he's like, oh well, you look better that way. But I already think I said this. But that's still not me, so he doesn't know what I actually look like. He's only ever seen me with the black hair from, the royal lady, and then also from, the plain look. But he seemed very interested, and he did invite me back to the place after hours, which, now that I think back about that sounds insinuating of something, some sort, and I and I was like, oh, I should bring my friends. And I'm not sure if that like is implying something more than what I was, because like from what he was like suggesting, and I was totally backtracking more on that, and I was like, oh, I could bring my friends, and he agreed. And now I'm concerned. Thoughts?
You
Not
have
saying
so
anything. But you know, in conversations, usually like I talk and then you talk back. It's not just silence.
but usually when people talk, they breathe in between. It gives the other person time to think. But sounds like he was flirting with you, which is good. Usually when people catch someone staring at them, they feel creeped out. So luckily, you didn't creep him out, and you pointed into it.
Have you ever flirted with anybody?
Not intentionally.
So you've done it unintentionally.
Apparently, some people think that average amount of kindness is a flirt. That is that's how it is sometimes.
Mm.
If you're nice to everyone, someone's going to misconstrue that. But that is fine. But it seems like he was interested in you.
That's what I thought. I thought I was just being nice in turn. He was just being friendly in turn. And then afterwards, I was like, oh no, that sounded a lot like flirting from what I've been told. Oh. So,
did you feel nice?
Like, what should I do? Do I have to like engage with this, or can I just like pretend it never happened?
If you don't want to, you don't have to. We don't even know how long we're going to be staying in town.
How long are we staying in town?
Well, we have to go to the big building with the guild and everything and talk about why their water's all janked up.
Oh, that's true.
Because people are going blind.
Because like, what are we doing for the rest of the night?
Raven has questions.
Why does Raven have questions?
That she's going to talk to dear Ruben about.
Huh?
Apparently.
Tanner, how could you?
God damn it! Goblin the goblin!
What did you do?
Outlet! Stop eating the wires!
Stop eating the wires!
Can't
just
hear
wanted
you,
a different side profile.
Can't hear you, Tanner. Do you need to leave? Leave and then come back. Don't even know. That was pretty funny though.
Are we good?
Hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Hello, Tanner.
I can't hear you guys.
Oh, fuck.
We can hear you though.
Let's all tell Tanner how cute.
There we go.
Oh,
There
damn.
we go.
Hi, Tanner.
Oh, there you
Hi.
I just heard let's all tell Tanner something.
What? I didn't say shit.
Heidi, don't make me
What?
fight you.
I will fight you on stream. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna reorganize cameras here.
Fight.
Fight.
What it is my USB hub freaked out.
You mean like mine does occasionally.
Oh, no.
Got it. Okay. Anyways, continue. I'm just gonna move cameras around while you guys roleplay. Continue.
But yeah,
I forgot where we were because my brain just went side blank. What? Oh, I was asking, like, what does Raven have questions for?
you know the kind of questions we were going to ask when we went to the academy? Apparently, Ruben has those answers for us now.
What?
Right. Raven mentioned that Ruben was actually friends with her father, the one that she's been searching for. So she wants to ask questions, and she's taking definitely Rad, because who doesn't feel safe when Rad's around? Everyone. You feel safe when Rad's around. That's just a fact. So that's happening. So she needs to at least stay and do that. I don't know what the rest of us are planning necessarily on doing, if we're going to go and also be backup or what. We haven't discussed that. Raven's having some time. We can figure that out later. But when it comes to this drow of yours, you can do what you feel. If it felt nice to be flirted with and you want to continue that, test it out.
Now that I know that it was flirting, I kind of
Did it feel good to be
trying
flirted?
my hand at it, but I've never done it before. I've only heard stories, but like from the stories
Yeah,
I've
never
heard,
flirted
going
before,
someplace
sure.
after hours is not the type of destination
Aye, if you don't want to do that by yourself, you definitely.
So I'm not sure that's
Well,
the
you
place
mentioned
I want
bringing
to go.
friends. You mentioned bringing friends, so if you don't feel comfortable with that, then bring some of us or
He
something.
did say
and
that
be
we
like,
could race snails at his
chaperoning.
track.
But if he wants to see you again and you want to see him again, easy enough. There's an
I just think
opening.
it's weird because it's not me. He probably thinks it's pretty. It's not me. It's that illusion he saw.
Here's a little thing though, just from what I could gather from the babble. You showed him both faces? Didn't seem to mind either of them.
Elise's and the plane, the human.
Still, he knew that you had two different faces, and he kept talking to you, even though he knew.
So he just doesn't care.
It seemed like he was more interested in your kooky personality than the faces that you were wearing. And that's more interesting anyways.
But we're talking for literally 2 minutes. Okay, whatever.
I don't know.
So confused.
You're not going to know unless you talk to him more, and if you don't feel like you want to put in that, then you don't have to. As simple as that. Now, like, several of my crewmates thought that they were ladies' men, and they would go and flirting from port to port. Sometimes a flirt is just a flirt, unless you want to pursue more, and that can be fun.
That's true. I know about those people too.
Aye, they had some stories. Lordy, why the mother?
So, what I've gathered, I'm just going to leave it be. Just wanted to let you know and express my chaos that was going around in my head, because I certainly could not figure anything out. I can't get in the voice, you guys. I'm sorry. So, we have to wait for Raven to answer questions, and that's going to be tonight. I'm certainly curious to hear this conversation because I'm also wondering how Reuben, sandwich making magician, knows Raven's father. So that's interesting. Very curious about that.
Sandwich making magician.
Reuben, man of mysteries.
All right. So while you both are upstairs talking about this,
I think Talus has a little bit more like flirting experience. I'm gonna ask her.
I don't know. We seem to be traveling around with a lot of people who know how to flirt.
I know, Raven's really good at it too.
Raven's got a sword. Talus got a sword. Who knows? Maybe your Drow will get you a sword one day. We don't know.
I'm not much of a sword person, which is kind of sad. Like, maybe he'll give me like a really good book.
Or a fancy dagger. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Sorry.
so
We're in the middle of
It's
something
okay.
downstairs because I kind of just grabbed you.
Literally just waiting for you.
so as you
that's sweet.
two wrap this
We'll
conversation
go.
up,
Yeah, we're sorry.
you're fine. You're fine. You're good. As you two wrap this conversation up, Talus and Rutherford, you both are downstairs. You two are the last two downstairs. What are you guys doing?
That weather, huh? I was kidding.
The weather. Yes.
How about that local sports team?
The Snurbies?
Partially cloudy, great day for a snurby race.
Does Talus have anything for Rutherford? Do you have any conversation you want to have? Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
no,
to
you're
remind
starting first.
everyone, 2 sessions ago, there was quite the lore drop on Rad's past.
I don't know what we're talking about.
So I'm just letting everyone know that is what I'm referencing when I talk about this, because that was 2 sessions ago.
Correct.
I was hoping I could start first. I was gonna deflect so hard.
You can still attempt to, but now you gotta roll for it.
Oh shit.
Definitely gonna start with just having a drink and saying, well, this has been a day, and I don't think it's over. I could use a drink.
Well, I could always use a drink, especially with the fact that Raven is wanting me as her emotional support wolf kind for the night.
I'll flag down the waiter,
Yeah, you can flag them
waiting
down.
us, and I'll call them a mead for him and ale for myself, please.
Yeah, right away. And they'll grab it for you. And then they'll come back and place it down in front of you. There you go.
I will cheer silently, reach up, and have a drink. Brad, I have never seen your kind before. And from what I've heard from Marvis, right? Marvin? From what I heard from
Marvis, you're right.
Marvis.
You were right.
Yes.
It sounds like you were meant to stay hidden. Am I wrong in assuming that?
I don't know. Most wolfkind tend to keep to themselves. There's a clan up in the mountains that has only ever seen a few of them a few times in my lifetime. But they tend to stay within their own clan, keep to themselves.
Is there a reason why you keep to yourselves?
We're just happier by our own. We get traded every once in a while, but it's not usually a thing that happens.
And aren't you afraid of consequences of having strangers come to your home?
They don't normally come to... It's... Trading sessions are normally outside of where the perimeters are, normally. Or we'd go into a city and do trade. But most wolf kind of self-sufficient in their agriculture, medicine, things like that.
I mean, you don't have to answer. I understand sore subjects, trust me. But was the fire caused because you were being hunted down?
No, nobody knows what the reason is for. I wasn't there. That's why it was shocking to hear that Marvis knew of it. And I'm thankful that he and the few adventurers that know kept it quiet. For respect.
Understandable. I mean, something like that, I would want to keep a secret. Don't you want to find your kin and make sure they're okay?
Sorry, I had a question for Ivy really quick. I DM'd it to you.
Ooh, you DM'd it to me? Ooh, fun. Hold on. Let's see here. Did you DM it to me on Discord?
No, on Tellus.
Tellus. Okay, great. Are you lying? Do you feel like Ralliford's lying?
I'd like to do an insight check.
Dramatic!
I just like the whole board that came out.
Do you feel like you're being dishonest? Out of character, completely. Do you feel like Ralliford is being dishonest? Or that you've lied at all? Din, I'm asking you. Do you feel like Ralliford is being like extremely dishonest or anything? Out of character entirely.
You know my backstory.
Okay. I'm just seeing how. Okay, all right. So tell us, are you rolling insight?
I did.
Okay. Din, roll me deception.
Oh, that's right. I'm bad at charisma.
Correct.
I would just like to say the irony of the fact that this is Talus's d20 that she gave to me, and it rolled a natural 20,
You rolled a natural 20.
but it's
Okay.
a 19 because I have a -1.
-1. What did you roll?
No fucking no.
Are you serious?
Yes!
So serious. My first roll of the night. I didn't even bless the dice. There it
Okay.
is.
All right. So nat 20 versus nat 20. However, with
I
a
have a
-1.
Fudge muffin.
And Talus, what's your modifier?
+5.
So double nat 20s, but 25 to a 19. So
Yeah.
Oh boy.
what is Talus picking up on while Rutherford is explaining this and talking about his
Got
his
this little
background?
like ear twitches on certain sentences. Like they kind of twitch a bit as he's saying certain sentences. Particularly on the last answer to that question.
Can I pick up on this?
You
because of sort of
absolutely pick up on
reasons?
Yes, you do. You absolutely recognize that ear twitch.
God, I hate dice sometimes.
Talus is gonna pull
That
up,
was
like,
a good roll. You cannot blame the dice.
That was actually
Almost like that's
incredible.
like the whole basis of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right.
Crazy.
Issue.
So Talus says Rutherford is answering questions. You
Ah.
see a couple of little ear twitches that you are very familiar with, as that little dishonesty just twitches just enough.
I really don't want to ask this. Do you ever blame yourself for what happened?
A lot of people have been through a lot of things. And a lot of people have their own secrets that they want to keep for themselves. We've met, what, a month ago? I'm sure everyone here, Coraline, I can't exactly say Cersei, that's kind of not really her own fault, but everyone has their own secrets. We didn't even know that you and Raven were looking for your fathers until, what, a couple weeks into knowing each other?
To be fair, I wasn't really looking for him. I had given up on that a long time ago, and I still question the validity of the information or the helpfulness of it. It's been very long.
Either way,
Talus,
We-
with what inflection did you ask the question, do you ever blame yourself?
With what inflection? What does that mean?
What kind of
tone?
tone did you put on it when you asked Rutherford?
The most sympathetic, empathetic tone possible.
Okay.
Especially empathetic.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
There are some things that are just better left unsaid. For now.
That's fair.
I have my burdens to carry, you have yours. We're on our own mission to find whatever the hell it is that we're trying to find. We've had flames thrown at us, we've had spheres of green auras thrown at us, black fog throwing me back. We've been through a lot in just a short amount of time, and yet I feel like that is where we should be keeping our focus. Yet continually things get thrown at us from our own past, but right now I think tonight at least is for Raven.
Why are you still tagging along with this group?
I haven't been a part of a group in a very long time. It's nice to have. It's nice to have companions. But you seem like a scholarly sort, researchers and reading books, that perhaps your knowledge along the way of whatever it is that we're looking for might come in handy. But also,
Me? Not me.
no, you
I
have
don't read books.
you have your own set of skills that I've seen in combat, but whatever it is that we've become a part of, we're a part of it now. We're all bonded together now through that first combat in the library. It's not exactly something to just walk away from. That is something that is much larger than ourselves. We haven't even figured that out yet. The loyal steel, which I'm still annoyed at with whatever was in that cave, because I was this close to finally getting answers. I had set up, hopefully, an appointment with someone from the loyal steel, and now that we're on the opposite side of the country. And he slams his drink down at that.
Talis takes a huge swig.
Yeah.
Like a huge swig. Actually, she finishes her drink and orders another one. A chug, if you will.
Yeah, you finish it. They come clear the way. Hand you another one.
I'll say one last thing. I'll say, I don't know if I would agree with you that the reason why we're bonded, why I don't agree with the reason why we're bonded with this group. And I'm still trying to find my place in this puzzle.
I can see that.
If I'm honest, I was pretty ready to leave, but now I can't.
That's right, your shadow and signing in her book.
Yeah.
Now we have to find answers for that one.
Yeah.
It seems like fate continues to tie us all together.
Fate. Yeah.
Ivy.
It's me, the Fates.
Fate, destiny, Ivy.
What?
All synonym. Yeah. I can't say I've been disappointed by having an excuse to stay. It wasn't part of the plan, but somehow it's not been all bad.
At least you have a plan. I've been winging it for, I don't know, 20, 30 years now.
On your own?
Why do you think I have so much skill with a sword? I've walked around the country gaining skill, working for people.
Well, based on what you've said, you've been with groups before. What happened to your previous group?
Oh, I've never been with a group before. I think I said that I was a mercenary for hire, but I think that is the wrong term. I don't know what to call it. It's just strength for hire. I think if I recall, you asked in a just as an aside that I just killed people or something. That's just not. I'm more of I've gone into many towns and was able to pay my fare for an inn or a couple drinks or food for helping around the town, and they ended up just paying in full. It just sort of happened. I don't know. People were sometimes much nicer than I expect.
The way you're making it sounds like you're a bouncer.
I think I know what that means, so I'm going to say I think I've been that before.
Let's say you were. Anyways, I think I'm going to turn in for the night. I know you have quite a bit of information ahead of you. Just keep an ear out for any mention of Arthur. I know you know who that is. You're literally the only person here who knows who that is.
Yes, it's on my list of things to keep an eye out for, or an ear out for.
I doubt anything will come out of it. I'm not about to waste my time trying to figure out if there's anything out of that. I doubt it. But if you happen to hear anything, just let me know.
I will.
And I'll finish my drink and turn in for the night. And I'll turn around before I leave up and say, "You're all right, Rad. You're all right."
God, this game's gonna make me cry today. Jeez. He like is on his way to taking another drink, and he sort of ponders and then finishes his drink. He doesn't say anything to it, but it's not like the way to describe what his face looked like is not something of like in agreement really. It's more just like, I'll take that. For now, I'll take that.
Perfect.
As Talus is turning in for the night, does she hear like me and Cersei's like girl talk muffled underneath the door?
I don't know, how loudly are you talking?
I mean, we all heard it. Like that conversation I had with Cersei was,
It was not quiet.
through a door. I feel like it would still be,
I
muffled.
feel like that Talus. What's your passive perception, Talus?
I was gonna say I'm definitely listening for any kind of conversation happening.
I was saying, no, you are.
Is 15.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wait. 12. Sorry. Passive
I was gonna
perception.
say,
12.
damn. All right, yeah, but you're walking by. You're keeping an attentive ear out. You kind of hear just Coraline going off. You're like, what is... And then you hear the phrase, "Yeah, Talus is a better flirt than I am." Like you just hear like this little offhanded comment that you're better at flirting than Coraline.
Talus is a better flirt.
Okay. I'm 2 drinks in.
You are 2 drinks in. You
If I'm allowed, I would like to burst the door open.
It's
locked.
It is.
Does she
Are
pull
you
out her
going
lockpick?
to?
May I pick the lock
You may attempt
to
to
make
pick the
my
lock.
entrance?
You may attempt to pick the lock. Yes.
A little distracted. We
What is-
slowly move the conversation onto like tying the knot, like, and then like Cersei's like pitched in, whereas I was just talking about sailor knots and all the different berries of the kind.
Is it sleight of hand?
Like eventually, like sometimes it just ponders off
Yeah,
like random.
roll me sleight of hand.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, tell us. Still 2 drinks in. You're walking by. You're 2 drinks in. You just had a very interesting conversation with Ralliford. A lot of things that are rattling around in your head of maybe feelings you've also experienced or questions you've asked yourself. As you hear your name just not Talus is better flirt, you're like, hold up, wait. Realize that the door is locked, or assume it is, because you know Coraline. She's probably locked the door behind her. You just whip out your lockpicking tools quickly and very skillfully undo the lock as you are able to just push open the door.
I'm not like swear knots, so like they're a little bit like, oh my god.
Have I been summoned?
You see like an eldritch blast like slowly fizzle out and die. Eyes less like flared and like, I could have hurt you.
I will sexually close the door behind me.
See, this is what I'm actually talking about. I feel like she is a better flirt than both of us.
Well, she has the flair to come in.
Have I heard that you have
Talus. And
flirting?
I like grab your arms that are like like sexy out and like drag her down and like go and sit you down. I got flirted with.
She did.
Today?
I did.
Boy, the
With-
drow.
With the Drow.
The drow.
We fill her in. Because my voice is shot and I'm not sure I can do that.
Yeah, basically
Again.
you reiterate the
Just
entire
pulls her
story.
into the girl
You
chat.
gather.
Yeah, you reiterate the entire story the exact same way that you told Cersei. At the end of it, you just kind of look expectantly at Talus like,
So, thoughts.
That was a lot of information very fast. You need to breathe.
I've been told I need to breathe more. Sorry, it feels like it's a little bit harder lately to do so.
Are you interested in this individual? Or are you just
I'm not
interested
sure because
in the hunt?
I had already explained, like, it wasn't me that he saw. So I'm not sure he would be interested in me. But, like, also, I just met the man and he invited me to his place after hours. Which, like, if you say it to me kind of like the sultry way he did, after hours. Like, it's not, like, something I'm, like, interested in.
Say that with that tone, did he? Because
I'm
that's
not sure. Thinking back at it now, I think then put a rose filter over it or something.
Okay. You can definitely set the pace of what you're interested in. Flirting.
So, I'm
is
not
fun.
interested. I don't
Flirting
like-
is natural. If you just want to flirt, there is nothing wrong with that.
How do you flirt? Like pretend that I'm the Drow.
Flashback for Talus to Zariel.
right.
Please change into the Drow, please. Oh my god.
Where's my hat?
Where's the hat?
Do you need like a visual representation, or is me just fine? Do I do it for you?
I would go for the visual representation.
I go grab my hat.
Oh my god, I love this group so much.
I'm not sure your preferences are.
Is Corlin now the Drow?
I'm the Drow, but like he's a little bit hotter than you remember.
Okay.
A little bit more.
is going to disguise self as
Shit.
Coraline.
Oh my god, I hate this. I hate
This is
this.
so weird.
Okay,
Just so you're like, okay, this is
fair.
a little weird for me.
So I put up Cree on stream just so you know what you've turned into.
Brad's just drinking downstairs alone, just in pain.
I think during this time.
And Raven's screaming into a pillow, just
I-
missing this all.
So you're screaming into a pillow. Ruben is off doing something, about to start making their way there. Ralph
Ruben's
is-
at their food stall selling sandwiches.
Yeah, Ruben is happily selling sandwiches. So now,
We're reenacting my.
so now you
I
look
guess.
like Cree, which I put up on stream. This is our hot boy Drow who runs the Snurby Derby.
God.
Our Snurby track, and you've turned into Coraline.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Red
version-
hair.
Wait,
I
like
was
Coraline?
saying,
How
like
Coraline?
Coraline,
Red hair?
Coraline. Like,
Red hair, gold eyes, top hat.
okay, perfect.
That's not fair. What do I look like? Like do like
I
a circle
will-
around you?
I will flirt with him in the most innocent way possible.
Okay.
Alice is not trying to go overboard. She is genuinely
This is so
trying to
weird
show.
being hid on by myself.
She's genuinely trying to show Coraline how to be cute and flirty without being too extra or too much. She's taking this class very seriously.
Cersei,
my
this
God.
is also
Very
very
wholesome.
new for you.
Very wholesome.
This is wild. Like if I was to see myself and then have myself hit on me, I don't know what I would do. All right. I'll play my phone with this.
It's like some hair flips, some like laughing unnecessarily at like things that they said, some compliments, and then saying a fun fact about myself. And like when I say a fun fact about myself, I'm like, oh yes, I'm like super powerful and stuff.
This is so uncomfortable. So, you're super powerful, you say. It's so deep. My voice can get really low right now, you guys, so it's gonna be great.
Cersei's just sitting on the bed, like watching this happen. Like I feel so uncomfortable right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should encourage this or not.
Oh
Caroline
yes,
just gets in a fit of giggles as she tries to do
you're
it.
kind and just knowing more about Drow and stuff. Like, do you like to go in the dark, or do you like to stay in daylight, or I don't know, like. Just tell me more.
First off, I did not sound like that.
I can't do Spanish, okay?
No, tell us
I'll try my best.
Oh gosh.
Tell
When
us
do we cut this off to just the amount of insanity of me and Talus flirting with each other?
Yeah, exactly. No, I just wanted to see if there was anything else, and I was gonna. Okay. This goes
Well, like,
on
okay, but
for.
Talus, like, what if like he does, and I like grab my hand and I like kiss it, and I like look you like through my eyelashes and like give you like a wink.
You just smile and just accept it.
So I handled this correctly. That's great.
Fine.
This goes on for like way too long, Cersei. You've been sitting on the bed. You keep like you're sitting cross-legged at one point. You like lay down at one point. You're just watching this.
At some point, we'd
happen.
like bring Cersei in for like maybe like a special like, okay, what if we like go to like the Snurby at night as like Cersei
right?
as
Like,
my plus
what if we
one?
decide that we want to go to the Snurby at night? Like, then what? What does that look
Yeah,
like?
yeah, yeah.
Like a
You
whole
know,
deal. Like,
full
this goes
playing.
on for an hour and a half. Um,
We
Raven.
order drinks to the room so we get
That seems
drunk
like
and
it's
start
not enough
doing it,
time.
so it's
It's
great.
an hour and a half at least. Like
At
at
least.
least.
This is lesson
We're-
1.
This is lesson 1, yeah. During this time, so as this is all happening, Raven, you've screamed into your pillow. You've been having some emotions.
Oh, just a few. Just a few.
What are you doing?
So she'd probably go back to the room. Couple of good screams into her pillow. She's sharing the room with Talus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear
Kind of-
girly giggles like a lot.
I was gonna say, in your hour and a half, what is all your like passive perceptions?
I'd say
11.
They're all above 10, right?
I believe
Yeah.
they're all above 10. I think the lowest is
Yeah,
11.
like if in a pause in the conversation at some point you do hear like a little bit of like either muffled screaming and or like something being thrown across the room.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
She kind of like after a little bit like calms down. She takes Radid's advice and like actually physically like writes out her questions. She does a few like breathing exercises, but she would probably like that whole time that like they're talking is just trying to be like composed and like figure out what she's gonna say and do. And then noticing that it's like starting to get a little darker outside, she's like, okay, let's face my fears and go downstairs. So she'll make her way back downstairs.
Before Raven gets to the table, can I like keep my nose out for like the scent of Raven, and before she gets to the table, like just and then like just sort of change like attitude a bit, just to like just dish out.
Yeah, of course you can.
I don't know if that needs a roll or anything.
No,
but-
no, you're well familiar with what your party members smell like, or like the scent coming down the stairs. You've kind of been sitting around waiting, like this is what you've been anticipating for, so your senses are heightened anyways.
Well, he's this whole time has just been like
Okay.
in his brain about that conversation that he had with Talus, and then basically was making a mental note. I was like, okay, as soon as I smell Raven coming, just deep breath and act like nothing happened.
Is there any singular question that Rutherford stuck on?
The second one, the feel at fault.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, eventually, Raven, you come downstairs. Rutherford, you're able to kind of hear the sound of her footstep falling. You've gotten more familiar as you've been in these inns with these people, listening to the sounds of how they walk and the different weights. And then you get the scent. You catch the scent of Raven coming down the stairs and hear the footfalls, and you're able to kind of change your thinking into what you need for the conversation that's upcoming. Raven, are you sitting down at the table?
She'll do a quick scan of the room, notice that Rad is still there, and she'll go up, order, and she literally goes up to the bartender. He goes, is it possible to get a whole pot of coffee?
Yeah, that's not a problem. Do you want it to a table, or do you want it just like do you want just get it when it's ready?
She'll
Like-
point over to Rad of when it's ready, bring it over there, and
Yeah.
a couple mugs would be great.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Thanks.
I'm not going to sleep at all tonight, am I?
And then
That's it.
Raven makes her way and sits down with Rat and goes, I don't know how I feel. Like I have a lot of questions. And if you really don't want to be here, you don't have to. I'd appreciate it if you would stay, but
Trust me, I've got nothing else better to do tonight.
great. I just want to make sure that I if he has answers, great. If not, well, I don't know. It's been a while, and this feels weird.
I mean, it's understandable that this feels weird. You haven't heard from your father from how many years now?
15.
That's pretty understandable. I mean, the only lead that you had was the fact that Talus's father asked me about your father, and that's all that we have to go on.
Yeah, and that was 2 years ago, and that wasn't even my father there. That was someone asking for him, so...
I thought it was much longer than that. That 2 years the book came out.
It's been 2 years since the book came out.
Book came out.
Because I wasn't at the academy, I was at the
Nope.
academy like a while ago?
Yep, a while ago. But the book came out 2 years ago.
Oh, right. Everything's...
Just for clarity, how long ago had Rad seen Arthur?
Oh, it'd been when Raven was a small child.
Okay.
So it's been longer than that.
Okay.
Because Raven is, remind me, is she... Raven's 20...
she's 30. I think I put her eyes
so I
out.
can't remember. It was either like I was thinking 28 or 30, like somewhere between. I'm sure I can pull off a character sheet.
I was going to say, I've probably not helped myself in my own lore for
That's okay.
a number of things.
That's okay.
That guy. He disappeared when she was 15 years old. Oh, did I make her a lot years? I might be wrong on this. I have 25 on my sheet, but
I thought she was older than that.
I think I changed
I
it
have
at one
30
point.
something written in my notes.
believe
Literally.
Yeah,
30.
I think I
30.
changed it to 30.
I believe she's 30.
And the academy was, I think, 4 years maybe? So that would have been within 20 years ago.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay. Then she looks at Rad and goes, "You said not to drink. So I ordered coffee. I don't know if that's appropriate or not."
I've already had... I kind of lost count, so coffee's good.
Okay. Well, hopefully Ruben's along eventually. And then she pulls out her notebook and flips it open and goes, "I wrote questions.
Beautiful.
I wrote all of the questions." And at that point, she just kind of sits there and kind of goes back in on herself and just, yeah, she doesn't quite know how to handle this.
Eventually, the bartender will come over with the pot of coffee, freshly brewed, set down
Oh, thank you.
that on the table, along with a couple of mugs. Let me know if there's anything else.
Yeah, in the meantime, while we're waiting, I just sort of want to, distract her a little bit. And so I'm going to do something. Raven, are there any books that you are unable to read because it is in a language you don't know?
I think I can read most of mine are in common, and again, I've been practicing my Dorvish. I'm still getting there. It's very rudimentary.
Or are there any books that have inscriptions on them that are in different languages that you've always wondered that...
What languages do you speak?
Oh, I don't mean about speaking. I mean trying to comprehend them. I have a little something I'd want to show you. Just for fun until Ruben gets here.
Oh, like a spell?
Not necessarily. It's literally can be anything. If there's something in a book that you've read that you didn't understand what it was because it was in a different language. And he starts to go over to his left ear and unclips the little metal thing that's been dangling there since
Since
the beginning.
episode 1.
Since episode 1.
Okay. All right, you
And he
unclip
takes it out.
Yep, you unclip it.
He takes it out, and it's in this little metal sphere, and he clinks around with his nail, and it unlatches, and out comes a monocle.
What's that?
Give me something that you can't read.
She's looking
What
through.
What languages do you not speak?
Raven?
Yeah.
She doesn't speak Goblin. She doesn't speak
Do you speak Sylvan?
Infernal. Yeah, I speak Sylvan.
Okay. Doesn't speak Infernal.
I'm trying to think, because again, she has a book by Pippin,
Mm-hmm.
Celestials and Demons,
Celestials and Demons. Okay.
Traveling to Other Planes.
You don't speak Dwarvish yet, right? Not fully.
You're
'Cause
gaining
don't you have a
proficiency
Dwarvish
in
book?
that. You're still working on it, but
Yeah.
um,
She can read it well enough to get gist, but not like
Let's do this. Roll me a history check.
history. We are starting out strong with a 22.
22. Okay. All right.
I'm just trying to think if like there's anything in.
I can think of something. That's why I'm like, give me just a second. Let me see. I know exactly what I want. I just have to find it.
She turns to Rad and goes, "Well, maybe if you know a language I don't, and write it in my notebook, and then you can show me."
Oh,
Wait, that's a really good idea.
oh God. What did you do?
He grabs his quill and on her notebook, he writes, a couple sentences in Infernal.
She doesn't speak Infernal. She like looks at it and goes, "Oh, I have no idea what that is."
Try this one for size, and he gives her the monocle for a second.
She like holds it up to her eye.
When you peer through this filter, you can read and comprehend any written language as per the written language portion of the Comprehend Languages spell. In addition, you may speak any 25 words or less in the language you have just read.
She like looks back at Rad and goes, "This is like a spell I have."
What does it say, Ralford? What did you just write to Raven in Infernal?
She can read it out. I DM'd it to her.
Okay.
I have to find it. How do I
It's
find
on Tellus.
in Infernal in front of her, it takes a second, then she goes, "You are the best snail racer. You can handle the convo that is about to happen. Don't worry." She like looks at Rad and goes, "You're a good friend." And I lucked out on the snail racing, but it was a lot of fun.
Does she? Because it's you may speak any words in the language. She just said that in full Infernal.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, you repeat back in full Infernal that which Ralford wrote. You're like, oh, all right.
She just kind of takes a second and looks at him and goes, and then like takes the monocle off and goes, "Where did you ever get something like this?"
Oh no. Are you looking at the monocle right now?
Yeah, she is fully like, she's
Yeah.
holding it and inspecting it.
So, Din.
Make a perception check.
That's why
Or investigation?
Good
Oh,
check.
I didn't.
Would it be perception or
It's
investigation?
investigation.
While you do that, I need to look up what that says because I forgot.
Yep.
Oh no, I did this to myself.
Also
I said,
stretch.
Whoa, 15 on investigation. So she is excited.
where did I put that note to you? Oh, okay.
Okay, so, yeah. She rolled high enough. So,
We still haven't figured out the date, the
that's
year
okay.
yet.
Doesn't need
but,
to be the doesn't need to be the year. We'll just
Okay.
So you're looking this over. And you're like, oh, like look at this over, like this is so cool. This is like a spell I have, and you're looking at it and something catches your eye.
What does she see?
Then
Oh, inside you see inscribed, like etched in, like with a knife or something, the words and number October 3rd. I should have did that to myself. I just played myself so bad.
and as you kind of look at it, Bridleford, you see the eye line and you know exactly, because you didn't think about it. You were just so blinded by the fact that you were trying to make them feel better that you had put their feelings above this particular item.
Does Ruben walk in at all by now?
Oh, they will in a moment. Ruben will walk in momentarily.
Looking this over, she notes it and goes, there's an inscription on this.
It was given to me. But it's a pretty cool monocle, isn't it?
Who is it? As a gift, or?
Yes, my professor at the academy gave this to me before I left.
I don't think you said you graduated.
No, I left before doing that. They did not have the information I needed, as does many places. And he'll sort of extend a nice hand out for the monocle.
She takes another quick glance over it and then hands it back and goes, so
it comes in handy, doesn't it?
Definitely, and it's so similar to a spell I have. What's the professor's name?
That would be. Actually, I was hoping to introduce you when we went to Demore, but who knows when that will happen. But that is Professor Ovras.
Ovra? Do you want to?
Ovras.
It's a lot simpler than it sounds.
Yeah. There's an accent. Actually, if I had known, it would have also been a surprise for Coraline because he's also a Drow, but I don't know how old he is. I don't think anybody knows how old he is.
No one knows how old he is.
Drows, like elves, live for quite a number of years, and...
Yes, but he's a very old Drow.
Makes sense, Professor. Seen a lot, studies a lot. So what is the date then? If it's again, normally I see things like this as a graduation gift. You see the med students come in with their fancy new things all the time to the library when they're returning books after graduation. So what's October 3rd then?
It was just a gift. I think it was a hand-me-down or something. He just gave it to me while I was leaving and said that it might come in handy someday.
Deception.
Can I insight
roll,
check?
please.
Fuck!
I was like, absolutely not. You're getting away with that one.
What was your insight?
10.
Cool, 17. It was an 18, but -1.
She kind of
yeah, it seems a
nods.
little off, but
Yeah. She kind of goes maybe? She doesn't know. She's okay. Yeah, she's seen also hand-me-down stuff all the time, so she just pockets the information back in her brain.
it's about this point, Ruben, that you've rounded the corner to the dented helmet with whatever you're bringing with you. And you look through the window a little bit, the little bit you're able to see as you're very small, and see two familiar faces sitting at a table drinking some hot coffee as you're able to push the door open, the little bell above the door dinging. And in walks Ruben.
Just holding a little box.
Yep, holding a little box.
As soon as Raven notices him, she'll wave him over.
Waddle, 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 waddle.
Oh, thanks for coming. I don't know what you're gonna want to drink. I got a pot of coffee, but feel free to, once you put your box down, would you like coffee or meat or?
I think I'm good right now. I'll just put this box here. You all said something about, I think you call them Sacones. I
What?
assumed it's like Sacones or something like that. You all asked me about it earlier.
I am blanking.
Scones.
Scones.
Oh! Taking a while to actually click.
Wait. Is it in the box?
He opens up the box. He's like, now I assumed Sacones was short for sweet cone. And in the box is basically those stuffed crepes that are shaped as cones with cream cheese and fruit.
Raven looks at it for a second and goes, not quite scones, in which they are a pastry base, usually with either fruit and or cheese or other things like that, but those do look delicious.
Well, help yourself. There is... I made 7 of these.
I mentioned how much
That's his
I love
feature.
Reuben.
What?
Love Reuben.
At this point, Raven's going to take one and bite into it and goes, ooh,
Oh yeah, they're delicious. They're amazing.
that is really, you are very talented. Is this out of your bag also?
No, I made these by hand.
They are fantastic.
I made sure to make sure the ingredients weren't anything that would make anyone sick, because I know there's a lot of illness going around.
Well, they are absolutely divine.
Why, thank you. So these aren't the scones.
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 Scones. Yeah, it's spelled S cones, but
Scone. All right.
yeah. Do you want a drink?
I mean, I got this right here. He just like grabs his little jug. He like pours I'm assuming there's an empty mug because you said get a couple mugs.
Yes.
Yeah. He just grabs one of the mugs, pours ale into it. Just starts.
All I'm imagining is like you pulling a container like Sam Riegel and like Critical.
That was 100% what I was imagining.
Well, the thing is, he just has this jug on the side of his like belt loop.
He does. He has quite the
Like,
jug.
okay.
Alright.
Well, I have a couple questions, and I'm sorry that I was very awkward before. And this is gonna sound rude. Okay, so you said that you knew Haldar Nurswin.
Yeah. He helped me build my hand.
So he helped you create it, or did he design it?
We collaborated on it. I'm a lot better at the medical stuff, and he was really good with his hands.
So he did the
the actual building. I only had one hand at the time. I couldn't put stuff together.
Oh, but that makes sense. Did he enchant it with anything?
Nah. It's just a hand.
And when was this?
Years ago.
Like 2 years, 5 years, 10?
Ivy, how long ago was this?
That was the one question we missed. I knew there was something. It was probably around... It was probably around 12.
Okay.
So after he went missing.
Yes.
About 12 years ago. I didn't know him very long.
Where did you meet him?
That unknown place.
She at this point, Raven looks to Rad and goes,
Could
"Do you still
you?
have that map?"
I bring out the map and all 3 pieces of the map put together. Could you be a little bit more specific?
You mean like the
Ivy, it's not on this map, right?
Is it literally on our maps that we have this?
It's on your maps. It's not on their maps. On your maps, as characters, there is a large space that's just covered with trees.
I don't have my maps anymore. Crap.
That's okay.
I was like,
Isn't that the Kendoria Forest? Kendora Forest?
Correct. It is the edge line. It looks like it connects to that.
Points for me,
But
teacher. Points for me.
you, Gold
But
Star.
it does connect to that.
Yeah, it does connect to that.
I don't even have
So
my
put
math
them
near me. I
together.
just remembered these
Yeah, it
things.
does connect to that. Yes.
So a part of these trees. So a part of Kendoria.
Yeah, over in that little area.
And you said that was 12 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you why I'm asking so many questions and why this seems so weird. My name is Raven Norsewind. Halder was my father.
I knew Haldir had a daughter, but he told me she was an infant, so I'm a little confused.
Wait. 12 years ago, he had an infant daughter.
He might have said young. I don't know. I'm a halfling.
Right. Time
we
is
age different.
And he's an elf and yeah. He was an elf, right?
No, I think he was a human.
What? You think or you know?
Insight check?
Yeah, I'm very confused.
Ivy, he was a human, right?
He appeared human.
He appeared human.
Um,
Ruben's not lying.
he appeared human. He had an infant daughter.
Young, infant, I don't know. I wasn't considered adult till I was 50 years old, so.
Fair enough. Humans, like, infant is like 1 to 3. Okay. What color was his hair?
Blonde.
Ivy didn't give me these
Blonde.
details.
You're right. Blonde.
Blonde.
His hair was blonde. How tall was he?
Average height.
He was taller than me.
Okay. Like, a lot taller than you or, like, kind of taller than you?
Not as tall as your friend Ralpher,
Okay.
but taller than you.
She looks at her whole 5'2" self and goes, "Okay, cool. That doesn't take much." You don't remember anything about his eye color?
I knew him for 8 months, 12 years ago.
8 months. Okay, cool. Yep. No, sorry. He's been missing for frickin' 15 frickin' years, and he hasn't even sent a postcard to me or my mother. And I was hoping you knew. I hope you've seen him recently, or...
If I might add a question. What were you doing in Kandoria with him for? Were you in Kandoria for 8 months?
No, I was there for 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, I was at the Unknown.
What is the Unknown?
There's a lot of people who look like the Blue Friend there. And
Wait, so water genasties.
yeah, water, fire, earth, air, star.
So all of them.
Yeah.
All types of genasties.
There was also some halflings, humans, tieflings, other people.
Is there like a city or camps or?
Yeah.
There's a city.
Okay.
What's the city called?
I don't know. I keep asking people and they kept telling me unknown.
So it's literally just called Unknown.
I guess.
Yeah. Sure.
But they had a whole bunch of stuff like this. As he just shows off his little mechanical hand again.
So they had all the materials and things like that too,
Yeah.
to fashion.
Yeah, this is child's play compared to what they had.
Really?
This
Yeah.
doesn't sound any familiar at all with Rattlefer, even though he's traveled through the
This does
sort
not
of
sound
part.
familiar to you at all. Nothing about this rings a bell.
You said you were here for 5 years?
I was there for 5 years, and then I decided to leave, retire, become a chef.
How long were those 5 years, and do you know how long this Unknown was established for?
The 5 years were irregular.
You're asking
5
how
years.
long my 5 years. It was 5 years.
Did Halder mention if he was obviously he worked on your arm, but if you're saying it's child's play, did he say he had any other projects that he was working on?
Let's see.
Roll me a history check, Tanner. Let's find out.
Oof. That is only a 15.
Okay, that's enough for this one.
Is this the Google Doc?
Nope.
Okay, it's over there.
Yep.
He told me he was writing a paper on those elemental people.
Oh, the genasties. He was writing a paper on them.
Yeah.
That makes...
And that was basically the best place to go. They were everywhere.
Well, that's some good news, because Cersei's been looking and wondering about other Genasies. She hasn't met that many, and it's nice to know that there's a place that she could go.
I'm more surprised I haven't heard of this place.
I mean, I stumbled upon it. I never heard of it before.
And I'm assuming Haldor was still there when you left?
No, I got there first. He showed up, he left, and then I left later on.
Oh, okay. And
He was only there for 8 months.
just working on this paper then.
Yeah, working on the paper, working on my hand. Yeah. He said something about like having to go find his old adventuring party.
Did he happen to mention someone named Arthur?
Yeah.
Do you remember what he might have mentioned?
All I remember is he said the name Arthur.
Was it one of his old party members?
Yeah.
Arthur was a party member of his.
Oh no!
That's what he said.
Oh, just I don't know if you personally heard this or not. Like, have you ever heard of the Loyal Steel?
Oh, good question.
Ivy, have I ever heard of the Loyal Steel?
Yes, you have, because they're a very well-known adventuring party, especially here.
Yes, I have.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh shoot! Hold up, Ivy. We're gonna get some. Okay, knew this was happening. Give me 2 secs.
Oh, okay, while that's
Okay,
happening,
you know what?
what-
Actually, we're about time for break anyways.
Oh no, I have a question though.
We're actually about an hour and 50 minutes in, or 30 minutes in. So we'll take a 10-minute break. That way we can also get those cameras fixed, and we will be.
I have so many questions.
I'll be right back.
We do.
I'll be back. During the break, we are going to play our favorite advertisement by Arcane Wares, which is made by a clerical heir. We love Saf. She's over
Saf's
on Dice
great.
Cream Sandwich on Mondays with me. She's incredible. It's D&D streetwear. So enjoy the short advertisement, and we're going to get a 10-minute break. Get up, stretch, and come back for more lore dump and drama as I watch these faces.
Dun,
So
dun,
many
dun.
notes.
We'll be back. everything with Talus. We're still
We're
here.
still-
Oh, is it? I think I need to move it up a little
We're
bit.
still here. All right.
Perfect.
Panic! So we're still sitting around the
Panic!
table. At least you three are.
Yep.
Raven,
Drinking some ale.
Wilford. You just, yeah, okay, answering questions. Ruben's a little confused.
Eating a
about-
sweet cone.
Okay, you mentioned Arthur,
Mhm.
and that he was in. Did Helder say like any of his other like adventure partners what their names were?
Does the name Sevis come to mind?
Maybe should make a history check.
Make a history check for me.
We just jump right back into it.
Right into it.
17.
17. Yeah. So you do recognize that name. She's a pretty predominant healer. She's a pretty predominant cleric. So you've heard about her. You know that she was a founding member of the Adventurers Guild in town. Somebody you're familiar with. You've maybe seen her once or twice. You know what she looks like, but you haven't seen her, or you're not close with her.
Okay. I just like how I'm just jokingly saying I'm drinking and then we're right back into it.
Oh yeah, we paused long enough for you to actually have a drink, and then we're like, and continuing on.
And continue. But yeah. Ruben's just like, yeah, I heard that name before.
Raven.
Yeah.
Sevis is the cleric of the Loyal Steel. Which means if your father is a part of the Loyal Steel, looking for other party members, that it could be that is the Loyal Steel.
Okay, out of character, Ivy, are we correct that like he said that Sevis was part of the adventure party? I just want to make sure that
He
he
didn't
was
say
looking
that
for?
Sebas was a part of the adventuring party. Just
he said it.
Rutherford asked, "Do you know that name?" Yeah, he knows
Okay.
the name.
Okay. Restating my question, I won't retcon that. Did he ever say that Sevis was also one of his party members?
No, that was not mentioned.
Oh, okay.
He didn't talk a lot about his party members, but you knew that he was specifically looking for Arthur.
He said something about a guy named Arthur when he was leaving. Like, I gave him a sandwich. I'm like, here for your travels. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go find my friend Arthur.
Okay.
So it could be that maybe they worked with the Loyal Steel. I don't know much about the Loyal Steel, but that is one party that we are looking for, and your father is trying to find his party. Sevis is well known in a lot of places.
Well,
It
and
could be someone he looked to help find his friend Arthur, who is Talus's father. I
yeah,
could use another drink by now. I can't believe I'm the one that's wanting a drink and not you.
I'm
Why are you
sorry.
taking my advice?
I'm trying to be good as she takes another sip of coffee. Did he mention if he had his adventuring party had a name at all, or just like his adventuring party?
The
That's
old,
a good question.
the only thing he told me about his adventuring party is he's like, I have to go find my friend Arthur. We made a
Yeah.
mistake. We have to fix it. Stuff like that.
They made a mistake,
Yeah, I don't know what the mistake was. That's
like
what
an
he told me.
argument, or like just said a mistake.
He said we made a mistake. We have to go fix it.
Interesting. And that's the only other kind of like associate that he talked about, really.
Yeah. Like the only things he told me about his personal life was that he used to be a venture. That the guy named Arthur. That he had a daughter, which I guess is you. He said that like there's a beautiful woman he left behind, which I'm assuming is your mom.
Nora, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's all I really know about his like outside of the unknown life.
And he was in good health when he left.
Best I could tell.
Interesting, yeah. Well, finding out he was an adventurer, well, like, he never shared anything like that. Again, if this is the, Ivy, quick question: is Norsewind a common family name?
Not
here
at
or
all.
No, not at all. Okay. So there's like
The completely
very
out here Norsewind.
There's
I was
maybe
gonna say-
there may be a few, Like, you've been
Extended
running...
family.
Yeah, you've been running, like, books and things for your mom long enough to run into a couple of similar last names. But either they're not related or they're not directly related. Maybe, like, different families.
Yeah.
It's not the most common name. Maybe one or two that you've run into.
Okay.
Second cousin twice removed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he told me about his cousin Billy.
His
Billy
cousin
Northwind.
Billy Northwind.
Billy. Yeah. Jeez.
Wait, Uncle Billy? I was kidding. It's really
That's
funny because
not
I actually have an
chicken.
Uncle Billy.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah, at this point Raven kind of goes a little bit quiet, just trying to think if she has, and she's like looking down at her list of questions, and I'm assuming you didn't keep in contact with him at all.
Not really. Yeah, nothing.
Just one of those people you meet in passing.
Yeah. Well-
Basically helped me build a hand. We talked a little bit. He eventually left. He always seemed a little bit sad about like leaving behind, I guess, you.
Yeah. He was a good father. He always used to tell me stories, and yeah, sometimes he would leave for, a month, maybe 2 at a time. And he was always researching something, and well, we found out at some point he was researching, he published a paper on Genasi's, which makes sense if you're saying he was there and chatting to all of them. And
Just in the middle of your sentence, Ruben just takes another bite of his sweet cone.
And totally unrelated, how did you get your bag?
This bag was actually a gift when I left home, before I went to the unknown and stuff. Only people from like my family are able to use it. Like, here, try putting your hand in here, pull something out.
She looks in his bag. Do I see anything?
It's empty.
She tries to reach her hand to find the random shit that ends up in the corner, like a paper clipper.
Best thing I can say, try to think of a food you want.
At this point, she'll just stare at your sweet cones and try and imagine grabbing one of those out of the bag.
Sweet cone comes out. Now try eating it.
She takes it and takes a bite.
Completely flavorless.
Does it have texture to it?
Nope. It's just mush.
That is so weird and kind of awesome.
And now he pulls out one also, and I need to roll for this. Oh, that's a nat 20.
That's 3 nat 20s in one game.
Pulls out another sweet cone and hands it to you, and this one tastes as good as the ones he actually made.
It just looks even more beautiful, and she's like, that is so, oh my gosh, that's delicious. And where is your home then?
I was born in Hillman. My family moved a lot when I was little. And then I eventually just decided to leave because I was tired of moving around, and I became an adventurer, which involved a lot of moving around.
I'm sorry, you said you were born in Hillman?
Yeah, I was born down in Hillman.
This is a rude question, but if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
147.
Oh, hold on. I have to flip a coin for this. I have to flip a coin.
I'm watching
Okay.
so many gears turn just on everyone's faces. It makes
Fuck.
me so happy.
About 40 years ago, do you remember some strange event happening in your town?
I was not there 40 years ago.
Then never mind.
But
4
that's
years
your.
ago, I was still an adventurer.
Did you have an adventuring party name?
No, we were just like hired muscle. It's just like,
Hey,
hey,
I know what that's like.
you three, you, go fight that owl bear.
At that, like Raven just kind of looks at Rad.
And that's how I lost my arm.
By an owl bear.
Yeah, I told you that before.
Alright, if you weren't there 40 years ago, do you remember hearing stories or something about some odd event happening in your town?
I think did I hear?
Say, roll me a history check because you weren't there.
That's a 14.
Which is his town again?
Hillman. It's on.
I literally chose that because that's the only town I could remember.
That was a good
Wait,
choice.
Ivy, am I getting my towns confused?
No?
No? Okay.
But yeah, 14.
You remember hearing something was weird? You remember hearing that there was a weird type of magic that happened one evening, but you never got specifics or details.
Yeah. Yeah. Ruben's like, I heard something weird went down, but no one ever told me anything. It was just like, yeah, some magic or whatnot.
Have you ever met the Wolfkind before?
Ivy, would I have ever met a wolfkind before?
No.
No? I wasn't thinking so.
No.
So no.
Raven, if there's any more questions, I feel like I should probably go and tell Talus. I said that I would tell her immediately if anything came up about her father.
Yeah. If maybe I'll meet you up there in a little bit. Ruben, I'm so sorry. Like we've been bombarding you with questions. Do you have any of your own?
No, not really.
Oh, so you, Ruben.
I'm a single man. I'm happy with what I do.
What's your passive, real quick?
I like it.
What?
What's your passive perception, real quick?
12.
Okay. You did hear Rutherford just a second ago say, I told Talus I would tell her if I heard anything about her father.
Yeah, Ruben doesn't
Yeah.
care.
The only reason I'm asking is because there was a small
Wait, hold
tidbit
on.
about Arthur that you didn't say.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
Oh, the thing I didn't mention?
Yeah, that thing you didn't mention.
Okay.
That's the only reason
But,
why.
but Ruben's just going to be like, wait, is Talus your sister? Is Haldir also their dad?
Not that I know of.
The party member that he was searching for is...
Oh, that Arthur dude.
Yeah.
The sorcerer.
What?
Sorcerer.
Arthur
Yeah.
is a sorcerer?
Does magic stuff.
Well,
What?
I guess.
Do you...
Are you sure it was Arthur that was the sorcerer, not Haldir?
Haldir is an artificer, like me. He helped me build my arm and stuff.
Ivy, should I roll anything to recall if this now makes sense for like past?
No,
or
it
no?
clicks. Oh, it clicks. It makes sense.
You just all of a sudden, Raven's face just like has that big aha moment of like, oh.
He mentioned anything else about Arthur?
I think he said something about Arthur throwing a fireball one time.
That sounds like a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Was the fireball the mistake, or did he not mention anything?
I don't remember.
Well, that explains a hell of a lot about my father and researching, and he was always making little things. Yeah, and he was really good at fixing things.
I think it might be time for me to go and tell Talus.
Yeah.
if you'll excuse me, thank you, Ruben, for the wonderful scones and.
If you want to take the box up to your friends, there's still a couple left in here.
Thank you. I put them in my bag, and they don't come out until later. Those are mine.
Raven will just like look at you and be like, "Yeah, like Coraline might really like those."
Yeah, I'm going to go until. Thank you so much for all of your information. I know it was a lot from so long ago. If you'll excuse me, and I'll start heading upstairs.
All right.
Yeah, you head upstairs.
Do I hear the flirting session happening still?
Yes. Ralford, as you walk upstairs, you can hear the giggling
for sure.
back and forth, and Cersei just going, "What is happening?" As you walk by.
Use a little more. Just over here, like, why are you touching their hair so much?
I knock on the door.
I'm way too engrossed in whatever the fuck is going on with Talus that I don't hear it.
Try the door?
The door is still unlocked from when Talus unlocked it the first time.
Okay, I'm gonna knock as I open the door.
You see me kissing the hand of myself? You see a drow kissing the hand of Coraline, and she's abashedly looking over at you in horror.
Coraline was like hardcore batting her eyelashes, meaning Talus. That's Coraline. Like extra.
Am I interrupting something? Should I
like brush the hat off real quick and like throw the hat down, and I'm like, it's just me, and
So now when you do that, there's two Coralines standing in front of you.
hanging out.
Rattlefur, a voice of reason.
Reason and many more questions.
There's a couple of like bottles of wine that have been brought up to the room.
Talus, are you looking at the bottles? Are you coherent enough?
Yes, of course. And can I drop it? Is that, I don't know how that spell works.
You can drop it.
Okay, yeah. I'll drop it. Yeah, why? What's up? Is everything okay?
Can I speak with you, please?
What's about?
I think it would be best heard, probably all together, but I would like to give Talus at least a first hand of hearing it. Maybe also once you've worn off the wine.
Is Raven still talking to Raven?
Yes, they're talking about scones now.
Oh, makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
About this time, Coraline's book starts glowing, and she's gonna walk over to that, get excited, and start shriveling back.
I'm gonna actually lead Talus into my room.
Okay, I'll follow.
Alright, you follow. Cersei, you see Coraline now very engaged with her lovely book. And frantically writing.
Well, frantically, but like beautiful scrolling.
Of
whatever.
course. Of course. You're texting. It's gotta be elegant.
Obviously.
Right? You're able to go into the next
What are you up to, boo?
Yeah.
Can I test out?
No, it's not it.
Can I test out some pickup lines with you? Okay, thanks. Bye.
Hey, so like this Drow hit on me today. Like, I hope you're not jealous, but like.
So what are you wearing right now?
Just so you know, I'm a hot commodity.
Oh,
Lord.
dear God. At least you know Coraline has a type. Anyways.
Of course I do. Have you not seen her aesthetic? It's dark angsty. What the like?
My God.
Anyways.
We all have daddy issues here, okay, you guys?
I don't.
Ruben's like, what? I just want to make sandwiches.
Sorry.
Ruben is still just trying to figure out what a scone is. Like, let him be happy.
So, Ralford, you lead Talus in the room. Shut the door behind you.
Talus, you might want to take a seat.
Okay. And I'll like very suspiciously take a seat. What's up?
We learned a lot about Ruben and Raven's father and your father. You remember?
My father?
You remember a while ago? I recalled that your father had, Raven's father had asked me about Arthur.
Yeah.
That is not the only time that he has asked about Arthur. Apparently, your father, the sorcerer, was a part of Haldir's party, adventuring party. And had left to go searching for him.
I need to ask you something because I don't remember.
I love all of the DMs tonight. It makes me very happy. All the little side DMs.
Yes.
So many notes everywhere.
I think this is the most notes I've taken in a while.
A lot of notes, a lot of laughs, tons of questions. Lore. What more could you want?
Answers that lead to more questions?
Flirting? I mean,
Lots
you
of
got
flirting.
it all. Daddy issues?
Can we get like a text RP of all the flirts that went back and forth? I would love to see that.
Woof.
Oh,
We'll
jeez.
work on it. We'll work on this.
We'll make a script of what the actual flirting between me and Talus was in our
please.
respective appearances.
Oh, that'd be
Oh my god,
hilarious.
please.
Just a lot of
To
side
be
commentary
portrayed
from
at a later
Cersei.
date.
Okay.
Just a lot of side commentary.
I knew he was an adventurer. I didn't know he was in the party, but I guess it's not that odd. He did seem to go out whenever he needed to. But
Apparently, Ruben, from what he can recall, Haldir mentioned that him and Arthur made a mistake and needed to fix it, and so was in search of him and the rest of his party.
oh. I do recall him having to leave for an urgent reason. I was quite upset when it happened, but my mother told me that there was a good reason for it. She just never told me why.
Do you know how long ago it was that he left? Ha! I'm the one asking the questions now!
What was it? How long ago was it?
Oh, how the turns of
Do I need
table!
to pull your backstory? Hold on.
Yeah, it's been.
From
I
what I remember in my
backstory and
notes, Arthur
so-
left about 20 years ago. I
Gotta
can even name the session of when we learned this.
History.
all the backstory, lore.
I'm
Session
just hoping I
3.
can keep my lore like.
Oh, don't worry, I have it all written down.
I might need my own Google Doc of being like, okay, when did I say what was happening?
When did I say what
Mine's
was
like
happening?
20 pages long.
Well, somebody.
Just have a
We
notebook.
need to build a timeline. We just need to build the timeline
Oh,
of
don't
what
worry.
we
Oh,
know.
don't worry, I'm making one.
Oh, good.
Let's
Excellent.
see here. Let me just scroll up.
If-
See the thing.
I don't remember how long ago it was.
The thing
I'm
is
gonna
about
let I tell me
Talus's
because
backstory is it's written as a short story, so like that's lovely. Let me open this here.
Mine has multiple short stories, and then bullet notes, and then more short stories. So I feel
I feel bad. Mine is literally like 3 paragraphs.
Someday when this campaign ends, I will let you.
We all
look
know
at
what
how
mine
yours.
is, so.
What, 8+ pages?
God, I haven't even looked at it lately. It's a lot.
It's fine. Don't
Well,
don't
Yeah,
look
I
at it.
started writing stuff about him being a, like strength for hire, and I was like, shit, they're gonna ask me questions about this. I need to actually have something written so I can have story
Why
time.
is this not?
I think it was 20 some years ago.
Yeah, it was 20 some years ago.
Yeah.
Once I find the exact date, I'll let you know. But yeah, 20-some years ago, for sake of
Yeah.
something you did.
It was 20-some years ago, but I never knew why, and I never was able to find where he went, so I just kind of gave up, assumed the worst, that he probably died doing whatever he was doing, whatever mission he had that was so important that he had to leave us behind.
Well, from the timeline that I can think of from what was given tonight, Haldir met Reuben about 12 years ago.
That's still over a decade ago.
Some people can live long lives. Look at me.
I
I'm
know.
109 and still in my youth. I'm still a child to some.
But
Don't quote me on that.
we're pulling at threads. I mean, this is the most information I've had in 20 years, and it's 12 years old information.
But it's still something to go off of. It's a good thing we all stuck around, isn't it?
I just don't think it's going to lead to anything. I think it's false hope.
It could
I'm
be.
curious to know what happened, but I don't think this is going to be some great story where we all find who we're looking for. I hope so, of course. I hope Raven finds her father and you find whoever you're looking for, and Cersei finds her past and Coraline finds her future. But sometimes things just get lost and you have to move on.
Sometimes you still need to go looking to find closure. Whether it leads to a dead end or not. We could be chasing threads and it comes up empty. Maybe it is everything that fell off the face of the earth. Maybe it's something with the Feywild. We've had very little dealings with it, but that is still a interesting factor in this world. We skipped a day and a half and it felt like 20 minutes. But
Did Reuben say at all what the name of the team was, or the group was, or how many people were involved in it?
he didn't say. He did mention that Haldir knows Davis from the Loyal Steel. I imagine that Haldir went looking for her too for answers, information. Perhaps she knows something. There's a lot of loose ends, but maybe if we keep pursuing, something will come up, whether it is a dead end or not. But sometimes closure is the best answer. But I have a feeling I'm pretty sure we'll keep pursuing this because Raven is pretty set on about finding her father. Maybe you not so much, but we're here, we're a party now. If you decide to stay, maybe you'll find your answer too.
I don't really have much of a choice, so I'll be sticking along for now.
Well, whether you find your shadow or not, maybe we'll get some answers along the way. I hope you can find your shadow.
Again. Yeah, I hope so too. Can't say I've noticed much. From time to time I'll look on the floor, but it hasn't really impacted me that much, so I guess it's okay. Is Reuben still downstairs?
Probably. I'm sure we'll have a family meeting, for lack of a better word. Probably in the morning once the rest of the girls have gotten some rest after however many bottles of wine y'all had. Oh god, I put a y'all in there, damn it!
Yeah, you did.
It's all been a lie. Red is actually a southern boy.
No, that is my furbolg.
Come on,
not
Rad.
happening.
Let's get going.
Come on,
Oh,
y'all.
y'all.
Let's pack up the old trail snail and
Did
Pack up
they,
the old trail snail and hither and yon.
did they say anything else about the party?
All that he knew, he only knew Haldir for about 8 months, and I guess he didn't talk much about it, but he's just looking for the rest of his party members. That is all the
Alright,
information I know about your father.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go talk to him. You know, like go downstairs. Hopefully he's still there.
he's still there. Ruben's just enjoying a lovely sandwich.
Raven's just like
He's eating
trying to ask polite conversation now about just like things he's made out of his bag and
Things like that.
that type of just very like surface level conversation. So she's like, well, what's your favorite thing to make? And what are you hoping besides your Reuben sandwiches to like serve out of your little cart?
Well, see, I serve the sandwiches. I also make soup because soup is very popular. Just because it's cheap and it goes a long way. So people are like, soup.
Good soup.
So soups and sandwiches mostly.
I want to interrupt you for that at the same time. I don't so bad.
Are you trying to?
I will interrupt. I will interrupt and I'll say, hey, you guys are still down here.
Oh, hey, did you get one of those sweet cones?
No. Sweet cones?
It's this thing
at
on the end.
Raven now looks at like Talus and then looks at Raven and goes, I think Rad really enjoyed your sweet cones.
Gotcha. Reaches the bag, pulls out another sweet cone.
How does this one look?
It uses the same roll from earlier, because technically, when I use the charge, it's enough food for 15 people.
So it looks immaculate.
Yeah. So I have 15 people worth of sweet cones in my bag right now.
They're really good. You should try it, Talus.
I'll give it a bite before I like dive in. I'm assuming it's delicious. That was the one you rolled a nat 20 on, right?
That's the nat 21, yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm like, I take one bite thinking I'm gonna put it down, and then I'm like, and I just keep going.
Did
Another?
Rad talk to you?
Yes, and that's why I'm here. I'd like to discuss a little bit of some of the topics that you have been talking about. Of course, if you're okay with talking about it, I can always wait till the morning. I'll take your sign. The yes.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Do you want me to stay, Talus, or?
You can stay. I just had a few quick questions. I heard that you mentioned Arthur, and that he was a party member that...
Yeah, Arthur, he was Haldir's party member. Haldir told me he was a sorcerer and that he was going to go look for him because they made a mistake.
He was a sorcerer?
Yeah, he cast like fireballs and stuff.
Did he ever describe him?
No. It was mostly just in passing.
Did he say if he was looking for anyone else besides Arthur?
He said he was getting his adventuring party back together because they had to fix whatever the mistake was.
Did they say how many members that was? Or he just happened to say Arthur was the first stop?
He said Arthur was the first stop, and that was about it.
Did you know Arthur was a sorcerer?
No. I just knew that he used to go adventuring. And he didn't for a very long time. Essentially, since the moment he met my mother. Did he say where he was going?
No, he just told me he was looking for his friend named Arthur. So I gave him a sandwich and I told him good luck.
that he stayed 8 months fixing your arm.
Yeah,
Researching.
he was researching about the elemental people, and
The
he
Genassis.
built the hand. So we didn't really talk too much about our personal lives.
Why did he spend no offense, but why did he spend so much time fixing your hand if the mistake was so urgent that he had to go looking for his old party?
He didn't seem like he had a lot of urgency when he first arrived. Like he like realized it more towards the end. I'm pretty sure he would have stayed there at the unknown longer if he thought he could have.
Do you know who he was interviewing for his research?
All the elemental people. He said he was writing a paper about them.
All of them, or did he focus on a specific group?
I'll
I'll let you pick one of them.
I mean, like, I remember he was talking to Lurik. He's a fire genasi.
Okay.
Talus, just a random question. What does Arthur look like?
He has strawberry blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
Curly from what I can remember. And I know this. I know the answer to this test.
Reading through the notes.
Yes.
I love that none of you can remember your own backstories.
It's been so
I
long.
know all the backstory. Okay.
Oh, I was like, damn, that's because we
You didn't need to call Cersei out like that.
Usually
Cersei's
it's
the one
just
exception.
me, but now it's all of
I'm
you.
gonna say I had green eyes. I don't fully remember, but
He
I think
did.
it was green.
He had green eyes.
Nice.
You're right.
Like, how was he tall or short?
I remember him being tall. I remember him being very handsome.
Human?
As far as I know. I remember him being human.
Does this sound like the description at all that Ruben gave?
Ruben said he was blonde.
Ruben was talking about Haldir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, we're trying to suss out if this is some of the acting.
But they know each other.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to suss out, is he like disguising himself as Arthur?
Oh.
Wait, are you two siblings?
Oh, God.
No, that doesn't seem to be the same. It's not the same person.
Okay.
It was a good
Oh.
ploy. It was
She
good.
just wants to make sure, like, again, she's seen Caroline with disguised self and, like,
No, it was a very good
confirming-
question to ask.
I don't want to bother you with any more questions. So,
Do you want any more sweet cones?
yeah,
Yes.
I'll hang around for another round of sweets,
Here you go.
and I'll just chill for a little bit longer, and then
You need some ale, as he just holds up his little jar.
Talus really does not want to drink anymore.
All right, more for me. Just refills his little cup.
Yeah, I guess Raven, like, makes polite conversation and then will politely excuse herself to, and, like, yeah, because as Raven and Talus are sharing a room, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so she'll politely excuse and say to Talus, like, I'll see you up at the room. Do you know what Cersei and Coraline were doing? If we should have a chat tonight or wait until tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I think we can wait till tomorrow. They've had a busy night.
Okay, cool. I'll see you up in the room then.
See you up there.
As a side note, what was the name of the fire genasi again?
Lurik. Luric.
L-U-R-C?
I spelled it right.
Yes.
RIC, yeah.
Alright, any of you
Wait,
doing
hold up.
anything else this evening?
L-U-R-I-C. And he was
A fire genasi.
was he in the unknown or was he not?
He was in the
He
unknown.
was in the unknown.
Okay. So it wasn't just
No.
water elementals. It
Oh,
was-
good. Someone else is thinking of the song.
Okay. I just couldn't remember the name. I was like,
Is there anything else you'd all like to do?
Raven just goes back to the room and is like writing everything down, basically trying to form theories in her head and trying to figure out why the description of her father doesn't match what she remembers.
Do you want to fight me right now, Taylor?
I just got
stream
10,000
episodes.
points on your channel.
Yeah, for future stream episodes, Tanner just imposed disadvantage on me. Great, cool, thanks.
awesome.
Thanks for that, appreciate it.
Tanner, love you. Thank
Alright.
you.
So, spend the night trying to figure out why the description doesn't match. Is there anything else anyone else is doing?
Yes.
Oh, do tell me, Coraline, what is it you're doing?
Riches. I will summon my bird.
Okay, you summon your bird.
I will write a little note to Cree saying, it's a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for the offer, but sadly I must decline for tonight. And I will send it upon with my bird.
How are you signing it?
Oh, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm assuming that he will know that he only offered, like, I'm just assuming that he offered, like, you know, a midnight session with just one person, but maybe it's a common thing he does. He's just like, who the fuck is this? So I'm just gonna roll that up, send it with my little bird.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think if I want to say anything else in that. Maybe we'll see you around later. At a later date. And then I will send that away. Bye.
You send it away. Alright. Squirt just flies off with it to go deliver your message to Cree.
No,
Anything else?
just was up in bed.
Okay.
Like midnight talking with Cersei as I absently keep reading over my book. And sketching and drawing and writing in it.
Okay.
Throughout the night.
Is there anything anybody else wants to do?
I think Rad's gonna write in his journal.
What does Rad write? Just kind of sketching the thoughts of the day?
Yeah, he writes a little letter that will never get sent. Sort of a deal.
Okay. Alright. Perfect. Is there anything else? Or are you ready to move on to the next day?
He might have a good cry, but silently, I
That's a
think.
good silent cry for Rutherford.
Yeah, thanks, Talus.
Yeah. Alright. Perfect. The next day, you wake up. Eventually you all end up downstairs. What are your plans for the day?
I kind of want to wait for everyone down there and gather them.
Okay.
As people come down.
Raven, make sure there's a large pot of coffee.
Probably down there before everybody, even though I had wine. I'm just an early riser.
Raven comes over, plops this giant pot of coffee, and goes,
Oh, I'm gonna be helping make blueberry pancakes, like I learned from
Aw.
Quinn.
Is
My
anyone
first
waking
session.
Rad up? Because you did give him coffee last night, so he was up late having that good cry. So
I guess when she gets the pot of coffee, is Cersei down there or no? Yeah.
I feel that Coraline probably would have. Just her like getting up and ready. Cersei would have been like, "What? We're awake? Sure."
As I cast my mage armor, I look over at you. Oh, you're awake. Did you
Yeah,
hear that, DM?
whenever
I cast mage armor on myself early
Right.
in the morning.
Whenever Cersei like gets down there, she's like, Raven's made sure to find like the biggest tankard that she could find. And then she looks at Cersei going, would you mind giving this to Rad? I'm kind of scared of him in the morning.
Okay, so I'm on morning rad duty? Sure.
Thank you.
Starts lugging it back up the stairs.
Okay.
So he starts getting the boy up.
Eventually, Rutherford,
Oh.
you wake up.
I almost forgot about that. I go to the front office, whatever you want to call it, the person in charge in front.
Sure.
I asked if they have any notes for me.
No notes yet.
Okay.
Anything else?
Wait, tell us, are you down there while I'm kind of already down?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm waiting for people. And I'm like, I don't want to.
When I'm already down there?
Yep.
Oh, hey! How was last night? You left and you never came back.
Yeah. I got some additional information about my father. Apparently, Haldir was looking for him because they had to fix a mistake. And apparently he's a sorcerer, which is another thing I didn't know about him. And every time I hear things like this, he feels more of a stranger to me. So.
Aww.
My
So
heart.
they knew each other more than just in passing. They were part of the same adventuring party.
Yeah. Apparently Haldir was looking for him to fix a mistake, whatever that means. And he was interviewing different elementals, kind of like Cersei, and there was a fire one named Lurik that he mentioned. I do admit I'm kind of curious about that whole thing of it. I don't know. I've never seen anyone like Cersei before, and it's just kind of odd that he was looking into it. I don't know. Something.
So what's the next step that you'd want to do?
Me?
Do you want to go to where they were last
I'm getting
seen?
my shadow back. I'm not pursuing Arthur. I'll go along and help Raven find Haldir, but I'm not looking to find Arthur. I mean, Rad did bring up a good point. That closure could be nice, and finding out if he ultimately perished or not might be nice, but I'm not keeping my hopes up. I came to terms with what might have happened and had my own closure a long time ago.
Well, whatever you choose, I'll be there to help you. You've helped me a lot.
Thank you.
Very interesting, though, how intertwined you and Raven are for being strangers before this.
Yeah, I've never met anyone that I've had a stronger connection with, which is weird. I really didn't have any connections in my youth until later in my life.
Well, I read a book about people like you two. They were called Fate Touched. So I think this was fate. I think that's very special on its own.
Fate touch?
Fate Touched. I read a lot of books growing up.
F-A-T-E. It's
Fate. F-A-T-E. God.
Okay.
Everything is about the Fae, you hypersensitive about your shadow person.
I don't know. I kind of sometimes believe in fate. Sometimes I think it's nonsense. But I can't deny that I'm enjoying going with the group, which is why I'm hoping to rally the group and go and get registered to the Adventurers Guild, since for the foreseeable future, it seems that we all have some reason to travel together.
So if... Even more funny. Your father is in an adventuring group with Raven's father. And now you and Raven are about to be the same adventuring group too.
I guess like
Interesting
father,
how
like
history can
daughter.
repeat itself then. Do you think they'll be in the records? If we look them up.
That's what I'm hoping. I want to go there to ask the Adventuring Guild if there's people under their name registered to see what their group was and who was involved. I also want to know more about the Loyal Steel, and I'm pretty sure they're going to know about them since almost every other town knows.
Well, we know Raven's last name is Northwind.
Mm-hmm.
What's yours?
Kits?
Kits?
Mm-hmm.
Insight check. I feel like she would lie to me.
Okay, insight check.
Oh, I was very wrong, but it's really, really shit. It's a 10, I think. Hold up. Wait, is my insight a +2 or a +1? We're loading it up right now. No, it's a +1. So 10.
She's not lying.
Okay. Keen-eyed. Well, I think we're doing that early in this morning. So, that's fun.
Yep.
Blueberry pancake?
I'd love some.
So
Wait, what was the barkeep's name? Been working with them. Shit. Nope, that's not it.
So eventually,
Aaron! Me and Aaron have been making blueberry pancakes together.
there you go. So eventually, you all do gather. What do you want to discuss?
Is Ruben there too?
Did you want Ruben to meet you next day?
Is he sleeping at this tavern?
Ruben's sleeping in a wagon outside.
So Ruben's outside in their wagon.
He has a that's just a wagon.
Funny
I'm
enough, you
not
don't
gonna
see
rope it in yet. I'm gonna
Okay. All right.
say, but everyone's present, right?
Yep.
Like our present.
Ruben, you're outside taking care of Jilly.
Oh, Jelly. Hey, good morning, everyone.
I bet you wondered why I called you all here today.
Can I get another tankard of coffee?
God,
please?
if only Scritches was still a cat, you could do the whole.
Oh yeah. Oh, I would too.
I think the Raven would have a pretty good
Did
effect.
Scritches ever come back with a no?
Scritches came back. He didn't have a note.
Okay.
Ah.
He left me on red, y'all. What the fuck?
I have been thinking a lot about our party, and I'm the first one to want to say that I work better alone. However, it seems that there's a lot holding us together right now. There's a lot of advantages to being a registered group of adventurers, and based on the information I heard last night, and I'll repeat whatever information I have, because I don't have all of it. I don't know about the unknown and stuff like that, but whatever I have, and I don't know if Brad or Raven pitch into what they know or not, but I'm just putting everything on the table.
Raven will basically fill everyone in. She doesn't believe in holding secrets, so everyone kind of understands where she's coming from.
If she forgets anything, Rad will tiredly
Yeah.
fill in the blanks, but very tiredly.
Raven just keeps every time she sees his coffee like tankard halfway is like pouring out of the pot to like just keep filling it up.
Wait, Raven, where are you?
Ha ha ha.
That's
Sorry.
slow.
So funny.
She's picked the
I'm
smallest
hilarious. I'm
stool.
not sure what you
So,
did.
Here, literally, she barely like can look over the table. 'cause
Her
she-
shadow and her form have gone missing.
Oh no.
I have
Not
a
me, you guys.
disembodied voice.
Not me.
I think we should register, and I think we should go to register to also have access to their files and their historical records and find out more about the Loyal Steel and potentially this other group that apparently two of our parents are part of. I just think it would make sense to get information from there, and I think it would make sense to take advantage of whatever benefits being an actual registered adventure party would give us.
Do you think they give badges based on skill or based on the things that you've done?
We don't know. I suppose we'd learn once we actually get there. And
I think we should find out. I also think we should bring along the sandwich guy. A, he could give us breakfast. And B, he will... Yes, the
putting down a plate of
pancakes have been very filling, but you never know. We all tend to like to snack on the way.
Really? I never noticed that at all.
It's not
No
like
idea what you're
an
talking about.
entire buffet platter.
He might just have some information that he may be able to help provide and fill in the blanks if we have some questions. I don't know.
So, are we just bringing him to the Adventurers Guild, or are you wanting him to be part of the group? I'm slightly confused.
No. What? We just met him yesterday. He literally has been racing for years on a snail named Jelly and has never won a race. He's not joining our
finished
party.
third. Wait. If he
He finished third against people that just learned the sport and did it for the very first time.
He kind of sucks.
He didn't eat a sandwich.
Hey,
Ava's
no.
so sorry. Talus is not, but Ava is so sorry.
Hey, Ruben's been very helpful, and trust me, that bag is magical, amazing, and you tasted the food he pulled out of there.
We're not bringing him as a sandwich maker. We
Glorified personal chef.
We don't need a road chef.
Fine.
I had to be up to business then.
All right, let's go.
Well, before we get going, I just want to... I don't know. I'm so confused. Do I go after this old information, but it's the best of late I've had about my father in years. But I don't feel like I want to draw you in because Talus, like, again, you want to understand the shadow thing. Cersei, I know you probably want to, find your background. Coraline, I have no clue what you're doing with your life right now.
To be fair, neither do I, but I'm just really enjoying this so far.
And Rad, like you've said that you've been a mercenary before and you've done this and you traveled with different people, and I just don't want to feel like I'm pulling you all in a direction that none of you want to go.
To be fair, I've actually traveled by myself most of the time. I have just worked with other people occasionally. This would be my first party that I have joined.
He cleared that up for me last night too.
Well, because we all know about the unknown, right? And that's in Candoria. And we traveled through the Candoria and we had, experienced the Feywild. Well, Raven, if you want to go to the unknown, I'm certainly curious and not sure about the rest of the group, and I'd happily help you there. But again,
Raven, I think we all have our reasons to join this group, so I don't think you have to feel bad about dragging us down. I think we all have our reasons and we're all willing to move forward because of them.
we don't have much of a plan so far, if you haven't noticed.
Well, it seems every time we have a plan, we get, transported across the country.
Fair.
That happened one time. Maybe let's not make that a continuing thing.
Just
We're
once
talking
a-
about... Yeah, we're talking about going to potentially a place called the Unknown. That doesn't bode for,
Into the unknown?
yes.
into the unknown.
I hate you so much.
I'm gonna deal you
Well-
psychic damage.
Good night, guys. See you in 2
No.
weeks. Bye.
The stream suddenly cuts.
Shit.
Well,
Alright, so
Cersei,
are you headed outside?
I did nothing wrong.
Well, if you guys are up for it, let's go see about registering then.
I'd say that's a good place to start.
And we need to talk about the blindness feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Talking with people. That's
The
a
what?
big thing too.
Yeah.
So, as you all are having this conversation, starting to make your
Oh,
way
no.
out of the dented helmet, outside, you do see Reuben, who is standing there with a large wagon that is not drawn by a horse, but is instead designed to be drawn by Jelly, their large trail squirrel.
Hey!
That is where they are currently standing, very small, as they are attending to Jelly.
Snails, beautiful snails.
I love Jelly. I love Jelly so much.
Raven
Are you-
waves to Reuben.
Chum chum. Chum chum.
Good morning.
Morning.
Are you off for the day?
I was just going to move my wagon down over to the other side of town. Figured I'd move my business, you know?
Well, it was really good talking last night, and thank you for everything. Hopefully, it wasn't too.
You're welcome. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think we're on our way to the Adventuring Guild, so if we see you around town, we'll definitely stop by for a sandwich.
Well,
Hi, and thank you
have
for teaching
fun.
us about the snails.
But yeah, of course. With the Adventuring Guild, just know it's like rank thing based on how long you've been there. I was there for a little bit. Like, it was a weird thing. You get these little emblems. So
Little swords.
yeah, the little swords.
Hi.
So
Anything-
nothing about prowess or ability in battle. It's just length of time.
Or
Well,
things you've
well,
already
also
done.
if you do like certain things, you can like bypass some of the stuff. But like, you do have to be there a certain amount of time as well. Like they're not going to give someone who's been there for a really long time but only done one job like a high rank.
You think if they show
What rank are you?
I'm retired, so I don't have a rank anymore.
What rank were you?
I don't remember.
I
Melody
wonder if
was.
they take receipts of jobs previously done as proof.
Let's see, because
That'd be
Melody
nice.
was silver.
Ruben would be higher than that.
Reuben would be higher than that. So
Gold? Platinum?
He was an adventurer for like 30 years or so.
you're probably
Fucking
gold.
hell. Sorry.
Let's see. Yeah, you.
Forget that there's long races.
Reuben would be gold.
Long-lived races.
He like goes
Ah.
through his wagon a little bit, finds a really old gold sword. This was my rank.
Impressive.
Throws it back in the wagon.
Now,
Wait.
do you know if we can have access to certain records once we're registered? Or even
I think you
before?
can. I mean, it's been many years since I was last an adventurer. Like they might have changed their policies or something.
Can you come with us in case they don't give us information we want?
I mean, I can.
That's a
I don't know if I'm going to be much of a
about
help.
that
But I can come with you. Being parked out front of the Adventurers Guild is a good day's pay.
Let's go.
Hi.
All right.
To
Come
the
on, Kelly.
guild! How much is Cersei in love with Jelly right now?
I love
Oh, she just over there like, snail, beautiful snail. Just like tries to find goes back into the inn, tries to get like her hands on a cabbage or a lettuce head and be like, I'm gonna feed snail.
Just like as Ruben's up on the little wagon, like the Jelly, like you said, let's see, you said books. It's most likely you get certain books depending on how much your rank is, which is like an obvious thing. Like they're not going to give the super rare stuff out to the newbies because they'd steal it all.
Hi.
You know, stuff like that.
Makes sense.
But yeah,
The more classified documents for the
for the
Longer
higher
rank.
ups, yeah.
yeah. That makes sense. You don't give a captain's log to a deckhand.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Ruben's just mentally thinking, what's a deckhand? Ruben's a very
Matt is
specific
mentally
kind of
thinking,
smart dumb.
Captain's log, stardate.
So, as you all start to head to the Adventurers Guild, Ruben will have a little bit of pull, but not a lot. Just is able to be like, yeah, look, I have a little bit of pull. So he's able to get you. They're able to get you into a couple of records. You're not quite sure. We can go over exactly what you get into next session. As I would like to let our guest, as much as I love Tanner, not have to worry about being on stream every Friday. Or every other Friday, I should say. You know I love you. Anyways. But I'll go over what exactly Ruben would still have access to. But
with his little rusty gold.
little rusty gold sword that signifies a guild leader rank.
If it's made of real gold, it won't tarnish over
If it's
time.
real gold, you don't know what oils and things Ruben has in the wagon that he currently
There's a lot
uses.
of stuff in
There's
that
a lot of
wagon.
stuff.
Some random corrosive whatever.
But
mixed with gold.
It's been sitting under sand.
It's the snail slime.
as you were finishing
Yeah.
up and you're
The
walking there.
snails do nothing wrong. They're snails.
There's snails. As you're walking there before we let Ruben part. Ruben, you had an interesting visitor earlier in the morning.
What?
A little early too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
early.
I don't know why he isn't here.
And he asked you to deliver something.
Yep. You, Coraline. I got a gift for you from your friend.
Fuck me!
Oh yes!
Yes! Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
Ruben gets into the back of the wagon. You hear stuff being tossed around.
What?
And then Ruben comes out of the wagon holding a plate and a bouquet of flowers. And on the plate is cinnamon rolls shaped like snails.
Marry him.
These are from Cree.
Marry him right now.
Marry that man.
To say.
Cree showed up early in the morning. He asked me to make you something good and give you these flowers if I saw you.
What type of flowers are they?
Ivy.
They're irises.
White
What type of iris? What color?
They're white.
I don't think you know the significance of that.
I don't think I do, but I was just wanting to clarify if there was anything cool.
I don't know what the significance of these flowers are, but they make some pretty good medicine.
Good to know. Thank you for delivering such
Here
a
you go.
wonderful.
Rat
I
leans
look
By
over
the
at
way,
I
I
look
rolled a
over
28
at
on those cinnamon rolls.
like,
They're delicious.
Yeah, Tanner rolled a 28 on those. They are
Right.
incredible.
Brad leans down to Coraline and just sort of whispers in her ear, "White irises symbolize hope and purity and courage and admiration, just to let you know."
So she leans in on the other side going, I think he likes you.
Raven at this point is looking very confused at what's going on.
I'm gonna look at Cersei and I'm gonna go.
I'm looking at Talus and Cersei like.
Wow,
Ruben's
looks like
just
you got
very
an admirer.
confused.
I don't know.
What do I like? Do I say something back or anything, or like, or do I just what?
I would maybe send a reply note thanking him for the flowers.
Right.
Right.
You go with your word.
I dare you to send them back your nice flowers that you make.
All right.
Special
So
flowers.
I will pull out my bundle of seeds, and I will create like kind of a cage ball with a orange rose in the center,
Okay.
and then I'll have like different intertwined vines coming up. So it's like a caged ball with a stem, like a little thing. So it looks like a snail. And along with it, I'll I'll write a little note saying, "Thank you so much. I thoroughly enjoyed the cinnamon rolls. So did my party, as I had no say in whether they ate them or not, as probably Raven has already taken one off of my plate."
Oh, no, she is politely just staring him down at this point.
I would have offered.
Politely
As
stare.
soon
And
as
I
she
will
offers,
give it
she's
back.
like, oh, because she knows
I will-
how good Ruben's stuff is.
Respectively simping over the cinnamon rolls.
I'm a bit shy, so if you could deliver this, and I know you're not a messenger.
We're going to a place where there's messengers that go. You could send it with
Oh,
one of
thank
them.
God. Okay. And
Adventures Guild, you could literally quest someone out to go send it.
Oh, really?
Or, like, one of us could drop it off for you.
I would. No.
I mean, why don't you just go talk to Kree yourself?
I
What's an
particularly
idea?
great at talking to people, as he has already expressed admiration. Never had to deal with that before, so I'm doing it from afar. Thank you.
Here's what you do. You take him one of my sandwiches, and you just give it to him, and while he's eating, you can talk to him all you want, and he can't respond.
Ruben, I mean this in the nicest way possible. I've met you within the last day, and I have had about 30 sandwiches. I really think you need to add more to your repertoire.
I mean, I can make other stuff. I make soup. I make those sweet cones now. I made those cinnamon rolls. I make
They're
cookies.
very good. Yes.
It's just the
I just don't
sandwich is
think
what I'm
that
famous
Kree
for.
needs another sandwich.
I don't know.
If
He
knows
loves the
you as well
sandwich.
as I do.
You saw him yesterday when I handed him a sandwich.
Coraline,
Alright.
why don't we take the day, send the messenger, and we
Let's just go to the adventure party. And I
create,
start walking.
create a plan. Well, I
Who's
imagine
going?
we'll be
I'm
here
already
for a
gone.
little bit.
Well, we'll find her a
Bye.
messenger there. Let's go and
I'm already gone.
So she's gonna follow behind and just kind of like fist bump Talus, like, okay.
I lean down to Cersei and be like, we should try and plan a date with them.
I will.
We have sending.
You have sending.
We have sending.
I will murder
Do
you.
you, Cersei, do you always have sending?
Generally, unless something comes up.
Interesting. This is finally the first time in character I've heard you say that you have sending.
You're welcome,
20
though.
sessions in.
20 sessions in. I might need you for that one day.
Aye. Always happy to be helped.
But yes, we should absolutely try and set up a date with them. Where we can watch from afar, just in case anything goes wrong.
Of course, chaperones.
Exactly. She's young. She's not that young, but she's young.
He seems quite keen.
Ruben, where's the adventuring guild?
It's right
I
ahead.
shout from
Straight
30
towards
feet back.
it.
And so I start walking. and
Big
realize I don't know
building.
where the hell
Keep
I'm going.
walking.
I don't know where
Wait,
we're going,
wait.
But I
just
don't want to
remembered
be a part of
something.
this conversation. So where are we going?
Yes.
Kree had something else for you.
Nope.
Aye.
Raven at this point like turns back around. It's Kree? Kree's
Yeah,
the one sending this?
Yeah, Kree had something else. And Ruben just pulls out a little pebble. Like a very plain pebble. Puts it in your, like, holds it out for you to grab.
Get back
There you
here!
go. All you have to do, tap it.
I'm not tapping it. What does it do?
Literally gave you his phone number. Literally gave you his phone
You
number.
tap it, and there's a message.
Oh god.
Literally gave you his phone number.
Wait,
I'm
Uh,
holding it out. I don't know what to do.
Don't worry, it's safe. I made it myself. I just held it out. He spoke into it, and it recorded his words. And now, if you tap it, the words will come out.
I tap it.
I was literally about to be like, you don't have to listen to it right now. Like,
Tal's like, no, you're listening to it right now.
I slap the arm of Talus like you.
Are you
Okay,
trying
No,
to counter?
I will roll a sleight of
I
hand.
was
I
saying,
am
are you
tapping.
trying to counter it?
I'll let her. I'll let her.
You
tap it
okay? You'll let her do it.
because
Okay, I
Coraline
just was
wasn't
trying to
gonna
see
do
if
it. I think
this
it's
was
funny.
about
Go
to
for it.
be dexterity, athletics. What I was gonna make you roll.
I suck, so we're fine.
Okay.
We'll just play it.
Okay.
Get ready to get me more red.
So you
already
just
like
tap
this
it.
is my color. This is my bed sheet. Like
Yeah. Talus just quickly taps it as you're sitting there trying to decide what it says. Well, if you're gonna tap it, you're like, I don't want to tap it. I don't want to. Talus just
I
comes up,
just see
smacks
his
it.
hand.
You just see his hand sneak over and tap, and then quickly reel back. That way you can't hit her. From the stone. Taylor, is
Can
there
I,
a
like,
limit?
Can I shield it so? they don't
It
really
is
hear
6 seconds.
6 seconds. That's it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's a very short message.
So, did you say? Are you trying to like shield it? Like,
Yeah. Oh, Raven is leaning in at this point.
I feel like you're all standing
all
in the street,
sort
just
of
like
like,
leaning.
hey,
Rattlefur
Like,
with his
get them
really
away
good
from me.
ears. Trying.
Coraline's like, stop! I'm on the phone.
This was my siblings before.
All right, what does it say?
You're like, what? So,
Let's go.
Coraline,
What's in the box?
as you listen to it, says, "No worries, beautiful. Good morning.
Wait, what did I say?
No worries, beautiful. Good morning."
Oh.
And every time you tap that, it just replays.
Yeah, it just replays that.
Yes.
That is
Oh,
beautiful.
he's into you.
He's into you.
Coraline,
He didn't see me.
you
though.
have an admirer.
He didn't see me though. Me.
That doesn't
And I'll, like,
matter.
Coraline,
Walk around
he
my
gave you
crazy
flowers
wild
and
hair.
cinnamon rolls.
Trust me, you're probably very impressive on the snail racing.
Came in fifth, and there were
That
6
doesn't
people in the
matter.
race.
Did
And
you
you
say-
also managed to survive me throwing you.
Yikes.
Like you would literally invent a whole new sport.
Just go to the adventuring guild.
We'll
Yep.
deal with this later
Yep.
then.
Yep. You're walking there.
This isn't over.
You're walking.
Walking and talking. We're
You're walking. You're walking very quickly.
let's go. Let's go. Get the
Step
fuck
back. I want to take a
What?
step back and talk to Ruben.
When
When
He
everyone,
might not
tail
have
is
seen your
wagging.
face,
Okay.
but he met your personality.
Okay. The rest of
Be
you
white.
step ahead.
I'm not
Yelling
talking
at
actually.
Coraline.
I'm not responding
Coraline,
to
you're
anything.
Coraline. You're heading the group. The rest of them are following. Talus, you step back with Ruben.
what do you know about this Drow?
I mean, I've been racing for him for about 5 years now, so a decent bit.
Okay. Give me a rundown.
He's a self-made man. He is in charge of that whole stadium. Not too much, nothing bad I can think of. I don't think he's into any shady business or anything like that.
Does he have other partners in his life?
I mean, I've seen him flirt with people, but I haven't seen him like with anyone.
Oh.
Not like flirt, like going around flirting with everyone. You know? But
Does
like
he-
like here and there.
Uh-huh. Is it usually with out-of-town people?
No, not necessarily. I mean, there's like sometimes he talks with people from town, sometimes he talks with people from out of town. It's just a bunch of different people. I think he was seeing a girl and like something happened to her. I don't know.
Did he just drop a name? I'm sorry, I missed that. Did you say Earl?
I just say seeing a girl.
Oh, seeing a girl. I thought you said seeing Earl. I'm like, who's Earl?
Who's Earl?
yeah, he was seeing Earl. No. I mean, he could have been.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that my
But yeah,
friend.
he's
He's
a
not-
he's a pretty good dude from what I know.
Cool. Thanks, Ruben.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go on ahead and like share the excitement of like poking fun about receiving flowers and stuff like that.
Okay, and you continue on. eventually, when you do get there, Ruben's able to pull a little leverage, and like I said, I'll tell you what books and things you were able to access. That Ruben was able to give a little pull to. Ruben, you end up getting really busy because a bunch of the adventurers ended up noticing that your wagon was there, and you got extremely busy. But
I'm making a lot of stew today.
you're making a lot of money as well. So Ruben kind of says his goodbyes to the party, like, I'll see you around. I'm gonna go deal with literally all of the adventurers and the captains and everybody else that's outside my wagon wanting food.
I have a quick question. When we were walking,
Yes.
Coraline was just kind of booking it, but she was also keeping an eye. Did she see anybody else with Sight Rock?
Roll me a perception check real quick. We'll see. I'll let that be the last roll of the evening, and then we will end session.
You've been fucking me. I'll do this one. Ooh, that's better. Wait, I only have like a +1. 16.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you're walking, you notice a couple of people that just have cloudy eyes, just a little bit. Just passively.
Picks up her pace a little bit quicker.
And it's there that we are going to end session for this evening and say goodbye to our wonderful guest player, Tanner, as Ruben.
Real quick,
I
Ruben
hate
had
this.
one thing.
Ruben, thank you.
Tell me the thing for Ruben.
When Ruben was saying goodbye and like saying he had to go do stuff, he just says, "If you ever need an alchemist, let me know. I'm not fantastic at it, but I know the basics."
Can we do health potions?
If I have the right materials in enough time, I guess.
We're not on this.
Good to know.
Here you go. I actually have one health potion made right here.
Perfect. I take
It
it.
only will last for the day, though.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, it only lasts 24 hours.
It's an artificer thing.
Oh.
I mean, I could make better ones. It's just I don't have the right ingredients. Like if I had better ingredients, then it'd last longer because there's a shelf life to these sort of things.
Well, thank you for this one.
But it would heal 2d4 plus 4 if you drink it.
Oh, so it's regular. Oh, wait.
It's the start
That's
of your
not-
day, so you don't know.
Who knows
Yeah.
what
That's
flying
all
tables,
right.
chairs,
Who knows? Who knows?
giant rugs
But with that,
might come out of nowhere.
we end
Are we done?
session for this evening. Yep, we're done. So, Tanner, thank you so much for being on stream these past 2 games. We appreciate
Thank you
you.
for having me.
Yeah, we love
Thank
Ruben.
you, Tanner!
And Tanner, since you're not normally on here, can we find you anywhere else? I know you're in the little
Normally people can find me on the Library of Lost Tales, but currently the campaign's on a very long hiatus, permanent hiatus. But I will be coming out with new content for that. I'm currently trying to get one-shot players together, so
Ooh, okay.
Do you need players? We have players.
I don't know if you've seen this.
I mean, if
I'll
you
send you
are
all a
looking
link to my
for it.
thing so you can fill out a form.
Additionally, there's somewhere else that we'll be able to find you next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend I'll just be on the it's just a channel called like the Show's a Mimic. There's going to be like a charity event.
Like real
We're talking
casual.
about orders.
Like
I'm going to
real
be doing
casual.
Jackbox with Val.
Yeah, real casual.
I'm expecting all the dad jokes during the entire Jackbox session.
It's gonna be great.
Or sandwich jokes.
Or sandwich.
You never know.
Ooh.
Sandwich.
But
And I'll be on the arts and crafts segment.
you will be. Nat, I know you're there too.
I will be a part of the D&D PM one-shot at night.
We love that.
I am not revealing my character, but it will be very exciting and very fun.
Amazing. And you can find me as part of the board and the committee behind the screen running tech, as I am the tech department. So next week, this show's a Mimic. Doctors Without Borders is who we're raising money for. 24-hour stream. We have an amazing lineup of players, and as well
10
as
a.m. to 10
10
a.m.
a.m. to 10 a.m. the next day is going to be wild. It was wild last year. It was wild. It's going to be wild this year. I was up for 36 hours last year. I'm sure I'll beat that out this year. But
And hopefully we can raise more than last year.
I would say our goal is to raise more than last year. So
And hopefully I'll understand time zones this time.
yeah.
Hey.
Anyways, we are going
What
to
was last year's number?
7,400.
Yeah.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
we're hoping to raise more this
Yeah,
year.
we're kind of cool.
We're kind of cool, just a little bit. It's a very
A little
good
bit.
cause. It's a lot of fun. We're playing TTRPGs as well as D&D. So there's 7th Sea, there's Kids on Broomsticks, there's D&D AM and PM one-shots. There's all sorts of games that we're all very excited about. There's
Mothership.
Mothership. Yeah, Mothership
Yeah.
is the other one. It'll be a lot of fun. But we are going to go raid Dork Tales because they are live, and I love them. They're wonderful. In the meantime, follow all of us on all of our socials and see what we're up to, because I think all of us have things upcoming or the charity stream, and yeah. But in the meantime, thank you for watching.